Hello, and welcome along to episode 2 of Mercenary Tales. We have 2 new players, and we threw 2 out. We didn't really. Jay has moved to our Sunday table. Unfortunately, Justin has decided to move elsewhere, and instead we have 2 lovely replacements. Nathan, what's the wave? Hello, Nathan.
Hello.
And Miller.
Hi.
You will get to meet their characters pretty soon, but right now we are going to pick up where we left off. Last session, our lovely little friends took themselves from their hometown of Fairhaven. As we met each individual group, we met Hugo and Kenton, the brothers, first of all, who live in Fairhaven. We then met Finn, and we met Bumpkin, and the 4 of them, along with 2 miscellaneous people that don't exist, and Kimball, very, very, very quietly, headed along to the lovely town of Oakhaven, where you stayed overnight at the inn there. Whilst there, you rescued the entire town from the presence of a ghost in the loft. In fact, what you did was restore the ghost's ashes so he could be helpful, be friendly, and stop upsetting the other dude. Which involved some grave digging, but we don't talk about that. And we also had a rather explosive incident with a cake, which then required some severe rescuing, which finally finished with a lovely cake. After which you were able to take a long night's rest. If you haven't already long rested your character, you may do so now. And the following morning, nice and early, you get up for breakfast. There is a hearty breakfast, and you are packed on along the road. We are going to skip over most of the journey. And arrive not there, but...
James?
Yes?
While we are on the road, is it okay if I can be in my cat wild shape and just be sat on Finn's lap as he reads?
You're going to have to ask Finn about that.
It's fine. It's out. You're used to it at this point.
Yeah. I'll put a picture of...
We have a picture of you.
Oh, there it is.
What is,
Just
what
the guys
is with
to
that
see.
It's on the screen, Josh. It's on the
Oh, yeah, there we go. There's Hugo as a cat. Whenever he wild shapes, he keeps his moppy hair.
In case you've missed out, we've had Hugo as lizard and Hugo as mouse as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And probably sitting on the edge of the cart, or flying up above, is the wonderful and great Oliver. He's real small right now because I can't get that any bigger, but he's over there. I don't know why it's a square now, not a token, but fuck it. He's there. I will fix his token later. Anyway, as you journey on along the road, finally you find yourselves about 15 to 20 minutes outside of Redkeep. A reminder that we are traveling on a wagon. Anybody want to remind us of the donkey's name?
It's the message.
And why did you call your...
Yeah.
Why did you call your donkey the message?
Company.
Because it delivers good company.
Okay, great.
Wow.
We're not very smart, funny-wise. We're just very punny.
I don't think your characters are particularly smart-wise either,
Well,
with
yeah,
the
that's
exception
it.
of Finn.
Not yet.
It sounded funny, so I liked it.
In all fairness, I think we have upgraded our intelligence by about 85%. With changing the 2 players, purely because I think the 2 that left had a combined intelligence of 12.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's a low intelligence.
I've got a 13.
I have a upside down 9.
Oh, okay. In that case, no. I think Jay might have had some intelligence, but certainly, yeah. We have a fair few not so bright peeps in terms of characters.
Some 50. But I'm wise.
As you amble through the gentle rain, it is approximately 12:30 when you begin to approach your destination of Redkeep. I will just take a flat D100 from everyone, please. I want to see if
Can I
anyone...
take previous results?
No.
From me too.
No, you are already there.
2 away.
You left the 1 off, Salty.
What?
I was so confused.
Okay, I know who my emergency buddy is right now.
Flip it. Let's go.
Okay, that is
Right.
absolutely
It was the
unbelievable.
That's a fat 100 for the
However,
boys.
weirdly enough, you have all failed. Because what I was looking for was a number
Oh,
below
what?
20. But we'll go with it. Well, I think we'll give you guys a little something to play with, though, for managing to roll dual 100s. So have a couple of
You guys are my emergency
in the
buddies.
future.
I mean, if the higher we roll, just fail really hard.
You can roll your death saves, roll everybody else's death saves. But no, what I was wondering is if any of you had made the journey to Redkeep before, and I judge it highly unlikely. I think it is fair to say that Finn has probably read a couple of books about this place. I think it's fair to say that Belgren has certainly heard tales about the place. That is going to confuse me more than once, I will warn you right now. But yes, Belgren has definitely heard more than one tale, travelling in taverns, talking to people but hasn't been here. But all of you have at least the knowledge that this is an adventurer's centre, a veritable hub of quest points, of bounty boards, and of the mercenary way of life. And indeed, as you are approaching, you see a troop coming up the road towards you. There are 3 of them, and they're all female. They wear sort of regular leather armor, but with burnished metal plates over the shoulders and across the arms. Each one of them is well armed, with at least 2 weapons. You will note the one at the front, a slightly darker-haired woman, has a sword and shield and a short bow slung across her back. One lady is actually walking with one of her swords, a short sword, out, and has another one sheathed, and has a small crossbow at her side, hanging down at her hip. And the third one has a huge battle axe slung sideways across her back, and a hand axe at each hip. And as the 3 of them come towards you in the road, they're walking straight down the centre of the road, despite the fact that your wagon is travelling towards them. We chose a wagon driver last session. Was it you, Kensiton?
That we voted in charge of the inventory?
No, who's actually driving the wagon, who's managing the...
No, it was not me. I believe we had chosen somebody who possibly
no longer exists.
reassigned.
Okay. Does anybody have proficiency in either land vehicles or animal handling that is not Hugo?
I am not wise.
Nope.
Nope. Great. Okay.
-2 to wisdom.
Does anybody want to be the one? No. Does anybody want to be the one driving it?
Toots is the driving cat.
I'll come out of wild shape and drive it.
No. I want to. You've been in cat form. You can't have been driving it. Finn is reading. So Kensidan and Belgren. Which one of you wants to be driving a wagon?
I believe, was it not Belgren that was driving it last episode, actually? At least for the last scene.
I think it might have been just like a de facto I was driving it, because everyone else was either doing sitting things or they were already describing how they were walking beside it.
Great!
So.
Let's find out how good your wisdom score is. I will take an insight check, please.
Amazing.
You see these 3 females walking towards you quite brashly. And then one at the front sort of rolling her shoulders at you. And you think she's really hungry. But you do note that they are in the middle of the road. But you don't really understand why they have chosen such a path. Are you going to stop and let them walk around? Are you going to hold your ground and keep going forwards? Or are you going to attempt to swerve close to the wall to go around them, Belgren?
So sorry, it's the 3 of them walking side by side, taking up the entirety of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll use the party token for this. They are pretty much standing in the slap bang in the middle of the road. And they're walking down the middle of the road. You could either stop and let them walk around, keep going forwards and force them to move out
Try
the
to
way.
kind of hug the corner.
Or you can try and hug one side to give as much space as possible. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think we'd slow down a little bit, try and give them some room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. With a 2, you move over about half a foot. And you're kind of struggling to get the wagon into place when the woman sort of closest, who's walking at quite a pace towards you, just goes... She almost snarls at you and then sort of steps, leaving you as little space as possible with her battle axe sort of nearly touching. Walks as close to the wagon as possible. The other two making their way, but they look kind of almost snootily at you, judging you for your bad driving skills, for getting too close, for being in their road. What are you guys doing? About this
Looking at them.
travesty?
Being rude. It's crazy.
Kind of smiling, waving at him a little bit. Just, wow, what a bunch of odd acting people, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. As they pass, sort of one of them says quite loudly out loud to the other one, as if, what do they think they're doing? And just sort of the other one turns back to her and says in a very similar voice, and you can almost tell they're related in some way. Don't they know this isn't the approach road?
We're leaving on the exit road and we're trying to get into town on the exit.
Uh-oh.
How fun.
As you are moving down, you suddenly see a wagon sort of cutting across the road from you on a much wider path. It's got two very obvious tracks for wagons. You're not coming on the exit path, you are coming on the walking path with your wagon. And there's a reason why it's quite tight. And as they go past, you will see one little farm boy, a shepherd of some sort, or a shepherd's son, I guess. He must be about 11 or 12. Come running past you guys, jump over the wall, and approaches one of the women. Are you the Slayer sisters? Sort of, yes. Oh, my dad says you're really amazing. We saw you on the leaderboards this month. Keep going. Keep slaying. And, she sort of nods and out of the way, we have places to be. But you hear this conversation fade into the background as you move round to be approaching the main gates of Redkeep. I've got to remember how to navigate. Sorry. This is difficult to me. You approach a main gate, and it's quite well guarded. You see two men standing outside with oddly conical hats and full plate mail armor. Standing up in the parapets are two archers on either side, one of whom calls down to you, "Who approaches the gate?"
Us?
Names? Business?
I'm Ken. I'm just Ken. But we're signing up to be an adventuring party.
Oh, an aspiring adventurers group, eh? Have you got a name?
Good company.
Right. Very well. Are you carrying any goods in that wagon?
Only us.
Only goods adventurers.
Right. I just need to ask, actually, on a completely different note. Did somebody have the wagon on their in their inventory? With all the
That
things
might have
in it?
been. Could have possibly been one
I
of
believe
the
I did.
people that.
I think it might be Kian.
It is me.
Let's go.
Really glad.
Yeah, cool, great.
Saved by the bell there.
So I think the only thing in it is the tents, right?
Well, I have a bunch of my stuff in, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can splash your shit however you like, but in general, the only big thing in it is your tents.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So as the
Okay.
5, yes,
Sorry. Can I jump out the window?
there is no window on this wagon.
There's no window in the way. Okay. Can I just?
No, this
jump
is not.
out?
It's not a carriage. This is like a
Right.
flatbed, two
Sorry.
sides, little bench
Oh,
shelf.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Can I just jump out? But as I'm mid-air, change back into my halfling form.
Yep.
Cool. And then I'll just.
You
walk
do so?
beside I'll just walk beside the wagon.
Okay. You stand beside the wagon. It is currently stopped. And looking down at you, the 5 of you sort of looking up. The gate guard sort of looks down and... I'm afraid that the master isn't in right now, but we should head to the Tripaway Inn. He'll be back shortly. By Guildmaster, you can assume that he is referring to Ivor. Ivor is the head of the Adventurers Guild, and you would know he is the person with whom you must register.
Oh, thank you for your help. And I'll point my staff to the ground and use one of its charges to bloom a daisy, and I will
In the
immediately
middle of the
pick it
path?
and hand
Okay.
it to him.
You cannot hand it to him. He is on a parapet up there with a bow, looking
I
down at
will
you.
throw it to him.
Go ahead and give me a athletics check with disadvantage as you try and throw a daisy 12 foot.
There might be a breeze that might pick it up.
That's
Little
what we're
gust of
looking
wind.
for. We're looking for a breeze. Disadvantage,
Yeah,
athletics
yeah.
check.
More of a
First
lucky
roll
angle.
for the breeze.
Guidance.
You can guidance yourself.
Okay. First one's not too bad. That's a dirty 20. And that's a 15.
Okay, you launch this daisy with astonishing velocity directly into the wall. It does not go up that high. It never was going to, but
Oh.
and yes, as it sort of hits he sort of looks down at you and we're opening it now. Don't worry.
Thanks.
And the
You
gate
go,
slowly sort of opens up.
Next time you need a lift, bud, just let me know.
Well, can I wild shape into my lizard and then pick it up with my mouth and then climb up the wall to give it to him?
I'll say this, little guy's dedicated.
Yeah, you sort of take it up with the lizard and put it down, and then hand him the daisy, to which he sort of holds it. And I suggest you get yourself to the Tripaway Inn. And
Yeah.
thanks.
I'll telepathically say to him, "You're welcome," and then scurry back down the wall
That
before
seems
wild shaping back into.
unnecessarily intrusive, but we'll take it. Is that the Ghostwise Halfling? You can just do that as much as you like.
I believe so. I'll double check, but I
How
think so.
obnoxious.
Yeah, just constantly.
Loving that. Nobody else is going to love that. As the wagon moves into the more narrow streets of Redkeep, I think this is an appropriate time to say, Kimball, what are you doing? Are you sat in the wagon walking alongside it? Can you give us a little bit of a character description, if you wouldn't mind?
He is probably laid back in the wagon, chilling, not doing a lot. He's certainly not walking beside it because he doesn't want to walk. It's been a long walk. But he's just sort of average build. He's definitely not strong. He's a decently tall guy. Seems to be fiddling with something in his hands. Part of his little hand crossbow that he seems to have, or one of his tools that's on his belt that's sort of adjusted beneath this leather coat. And as he's sort of sitting in the wagon as we're going through this gate into the city, he is just kind of leaned back, tinkering with something in the background, not really saying much, waiting for something to approach him. He is about 6'2", but not an inch of that went to any of his muscles. He's just this lanky, tall guy who is waiting for the next big thing to happen. And you all knew for a brief moment, you knew him. He was going to make it big, according to himself, disappeared, and then came back a couple of years ago and spoke nothing of when he left. Just said nothing about it, slid right back in, and has acted like nothing has happened ever since.
And there was a definitive note of tail between legs, I think, for anybody with a decent insight. Nevertheless, as you guys progress through, you will sort of realize very quickly that there is a stable over to the left. All wagons must be kept in the stable, and all donkeys as well, not walked around for town like mad people. And when you get there, there's a young boy, and he's sort of holds his hand out, says nothing. He seems to be chewing on some kind of boiled sweet. got his hand out directly at you. He is just in front of the stables.
Can I give him a high five?
I mean, it'll be a low 5 because it's down flat, but you can do that. And as you go to, he sort of snatches his hand out of the way real quick and... 2 copper!
Sure. I'll hand out 2 copper.
3 if you want the donkey fed.
Oh,
Damn.
makes sense.
4 if you want it groomed.
Does this boy look like he actually works here?
Give me an insight check.
It's not going to go well, but I can do that for you.
Guidance.
I do not believe
Yeah.
this random child.
What does your guidance look like, by the way?
So, he's guidance. So, like, when he's trying to like determine like whether or not he works here, I telepathically say to Kimball, "I don't think he works here."
Very helpful. So it's a total of 11.
Yes.
Well, at first you're not really sure if he works or not. He is. He definitely looks like he's got a couple of bits of hay sticking out of his little sort of overalls. He is wearing shoes, quite heavy shoes, which you wouldn't expect as such a young kid in the city. But when you look over his shoulder, there is a man standing a little sort of at the entrance to the stables, as if ready to swing the door open, who is not telling him to stop asking you for money.
Okay.
So just a reminder, that's 2 copper for stabling. He doesn't tell you for how long. 3 copper if you want the donkey fed, 4 if you want it groomed. Come on then, pay up!
It doesn't need to be groomed, does it? I don't think
Sorry,
so.
actually, Belgrin, you have already given 2 copper, is that right? Was it you or was it Finn?
No, it was me. Yeah.
Here's for the food. I'll give another copper.
Okay. Sort of...
How do you know when a donkey needs grooming?
I'll give another copper for the groom.
So traditionally, you would groom a donkey or horse when it first arrives back at the stable, and then just before you take it out, or daily, depending on how long it's been kept there. And as you swing in, the stable man sort of looks down at you all. And, how long? You don't
Couple
know.
of days.
All right.
3 day? 2 day? 3 day? Maybe? I don't know.
We could call it a week just to be safe.
No, no.
How much did we just pay for?
He sort of sizes you up. Anybody got a passive insight of 12 or more?
Yeah. Yes. I've
Okay,
got 14.
Hugo, you will note very quickly that he is trying to decide how much you can afford. Sort of sizing up how much he's going to charge you.
I'll stand in front of him and look up with big puppy dog eyes, and I'll just say, "We're just trying to become adventurers. We spend all our money getting this.
Adventurers, is it?
Well,
Right.
but not yet.
A silver piece for the week. Right now,
So
you paid for a day.
Silver. I will give him a silver."
It's entirely self.
Good. He takes a silver piece, pockets it, and he sort of looks down at you, and give me a persuasion check, Hugo.
Guidance.
You can throw it around as much as you want.
That's something that BG3 taught us all.
That is a day 20.
Nice. He sort of looks at you, and the boy will groom the donkey every day and feed him fresh hay.
Thank you so much, and I will hug his waist.
Price is going up.
I will step away.
He nods, and he sort of looks over and doesn't. He now is completely ignoring you, perhaps based on your muscles, and looks over at Belgran and Kensiden, and you taking anything off the wagon? Or you leaving your stuff here? Perfectly secure, my stables.
Well, outside of what you're keeping on it, then.
I would assume the only things you're going to leave on it are the tents, but let me know if there's anything else you would.
Yeah, just grab everything else.
Cool.
Go ahead and throw my 2-person tent in there.
I think you've got 4 between 6 of you, which makes sense.
I also have a tent. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Can I
think
leave my
Hugo
assorted
doesn't.
crap on the wagon?
Well, it's because
Sorry.
Hugo and I share a tent, so we.
What are you leaving on the wagon? Finn?
Assorted crap.
Assorted
I just
crap.
brought a load of random items
Just a
like a
bunch of
shovel
stuff.
that I thought I might need.
My
Assorted
eclectic
crap.
collection.
There's so much stuff in my inventory I couldn't
Oh,
carry it all
assorted
unless
crap,
half
right.
it went on the
This.
wagon.
Crap.
This, got it. I thought you said assorted crab.
Assorted crap.
Oh,
I was like,
that
What
comes
a
later.
crap.
well, that was a crab last session,
That's
right?
for later.
No, there was a crab
Right,
last
I
session, the
always
rock
tell
crab.
that-
I
That's
was like,
random.
Favorite second level spell.
surely you didn't pick him up. The sordid crab. The man sort of looks at you and right, okay, you can, yeah, off with you. And he so just as you're leaving, you're adventurers. You want the triple way in, top of the hill on the right. Can't miss it. Big magical building.
Magic.
Thank you.
Magical.
Thank you.
This guy's what a nice guy.
See you next time.
He has hope that he works at the stables. But yeah, as you head through this
Plot
sort of
twists.
town, you notice it's a busy market town. Lots and lots of things going on, and once or twice a dirty beggar boy sort of comes running up towards you, attempting to brush up against you. But both times you're able to sort of fend him off or keep your hand tightly on your coin purses. You pass a stall on the right selling fresh bread rolls, and they smell wonderful. They just come out the oven, nice and hot, freshly buttered. Is anybody grabbing any food before heading to the inn? You would know that it will be cheaper to eat outside from street food than it would be when you get to the inn.
I'll grab a kebab or something.
A kebab?
Made on freshly baked bread. Fucking banging.
Look around. Give me a perception check as you look around for a street stall that's got some meat in it.
Oh boy. Perception. Yippee.
Guidance, as I say.
Also look for
over there.
meat stall.
Surprisingly rolling really well for my -2 so far.
Okay. You don't find a kebab of any sort, but you do find, I suppose, what could be argued is slightly kebabish, which is a sausage on the end of a stick.
I'll take it.
So there's sausage on a stick and there's bread rolls. Either one is a copper.
Could I get a sausage on a stick and a bread roll, then put the sausage in the bread roll?
I was about to do the same
Great.
thing.
2 coppers each.
Nice.
And you do note the bread man just goes, peasants.
We bought his food.
Yes, but then you botched it with a sausage. He was freshly buttered,
hot dog is
beautiful bread roll. No, the hot dog is not in fashion.
All
That's
Hugo
the guy.
did was to make it better.
So 1 copper for a bread roll, 2 coppers for a bread roll, and a sausage on a stick. 1 copper for a sausage on a stick. Belgren, what are you eating?
You.
Yeah, no, I'll just get a quick little bread roll as well. And that was a
fresh-
single copper, you said?
Yep, fresh buttered bread roll. And you'll note that the gentleman behind the counter looks a little more fondly upon you than upon anyone else. You're not really sure why, but he sort of smiles at you. There you go, lad. You eat up.
Okay.
And you've got no concept of why it's you. But then when you look around and you see that all your companions have put sausages in their bread rolls, you might swiftly realize that he's just pleased you haven't defaced his bread work.
Okay.
And as you head on down the street and around the corner, he wasn't wrong. It is impossible to miss, as you note the trip away in front of you. Every building as you pass is a sort of very standardized, classic medieval building. 2 stories at most, very sloped roofs, lots of thatching going on, lots of wood beams. Nothing is particularly inventive architecturally, lots of low-slung buildings. And then suddenly you come upon this. A 3 or 4 or even 5-tiered, spired, very physically impossible building. The trip away in is blazoned across the front, and outside are 5 or 6 red and white striped big top tents, each one of which has a merchant in front of it gambolling about and shouting about their wares. You hear sort of, trinkets, trinkets, trinkets for everyone! Somebody else is sort of, I've got fresh armor ready-made straight off the anvil. And then somebody else is yelling, bees and peas, bees and peas! And you see him hesitate for a moment, bees and peas, bees and peas! And, after a little while, the dragonborn woman who was standing at the stall sort of leans over. For God's sake, you idiot! It's peas and beans! Get it right! We've only got 2 veg! So it carries on, peas and beans! And slowly you see, standing in front of the door, this huge man. He looks to be human, but has shoulders the size that you wouldn't believe possible. And as he's sort of almost squat, he's lost his neck somewhere in his bulging muscles. He's wearing a piece of sort of leather armor that's like a breastplate, which you can see it's been loosened at either side to make way for his gigantic muscles. A huge cudgel at his side. Looks over at you. Each one of you sizes you up. And, you coming in?
Yes.
Right. Weapons to the side. Not that you look like you could do much damage, but here, I've got a special safekeeping place right here. And he opens this door and you see a menagerie of different sized shelves and bags and different baggage areas. All together or separate like?
Well, you wouldn't deprive a little halfling of his walking stick, would you?
Don't give me that, I've heard it all the time. Hand it over right now. Separately or together?
Together.
Right, group name?
I will
Good company.
hand over
Yeah, that one.
Good company. All right, good company. And then you see him sort of scrawling out. He doesn't look like super accomplished with his pen, but he's writing on a label. And he just writes halfling, human. He gives you a really solid stare, Kimball.
I sort of brush aside my hair. It's tips.
Half elf,
Yeah, my dad's side.
human, dwarf. He's very confident about the dwarf. He wasn't sure about many of the others. And then he takes stock of what you're handing him. And I would like to know, please, what are you handing him? So, Hugo, you handed a staff over when he got ready with you?
Yes, my staff of flowers.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the only weapon I've got.
Kian? Finn?
A dagger and a crossbow.
Okay, a dagger and a crossbow. You're the most well-equipped wizard anyone has ever met.
I am not very good at magic.
That is a perfectly plausible answer.
Why cast Firebolt when I could just shoot you?
Works for me.
Kensidon, what are you handing over?
I hand him a great sword and a javelin, and then I say, I'm also not exactly a human.
Oh, you're not? Shit! Sorry, my bad. I'll just put a line through it and write, elf.
Halfling. Oh, okay. Alright, well.
Don't mess with me. I don't want to know. Sword and javelin.
Tall.
And then looks over to you, Kimball.
I take out a dagger, a hand crossbow bolts.
He'll hand you the crossbow bolts back. Can't fire those, so no weapon.
Think about how you could definitely stab someone with a crossbow bolt and put it back in my pouch.
Stab somebody with a knife and fork as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave over to Belgrim. Where is he storing all of these?
So you can see this sort of menagerie of shelving, and as he puts things on and slides them in, they seem to vanish.
Oh no, I meant where is Kimball storing
all? Where is Kimball storing all these?
He's got just like
You shouldn't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
That's true. That's very true.
He's just got a belt with 3 notches for 3 daggers, and I started with 3 daggers, so the rogue class really said, "Here, have 3," and I said, "Sure."
Have you handed over all of your weapons?
Yes.
Okay. And finally, Belgrim, what are you handing?
I think it's mostly weapons they want, not necessarily like
Just
armor
weapons.
and things, right? Yeah. So I'll keep the shield on my back, but I'll hand him Yolvorum. Let's take it out my side and just.
And as you hand him your treasured dwarven ham, he sort of holds it for a moment and looks at it. And, oh, that's fine work, that is. Turns it back both ways. Oh, magical as well. Right, all right. We'll keep very good care of this, I promise. And if there's a fight in the tavern, I might bonk someone with it. I haven't bonked someone in 3 weeks.
It's a long time.
It is. Good behaviour recent. Surprising given the kobolds. Anyway, you going in? Off with you. And he will hand you over to the tavern map. You're going to be seeing a lot of this map. So I'm going to make this token a little larger, actually. This is the party token. So this is where you are, where you're just about to arrive.
James, I can't see anything.
It's all black.
It's black.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Come to talk with you again.
We feel our way to the bar.
Yeah.
No.
Take the hide action.
Have you zoned out? Have you scrolled out and gone all the way to
Yeah.
the bottom?
Yeah.
Mhm. The party token
I
might
can
not
see you
have vision.
pinging, but it's just black. I think the token maybe doesn't have vision.
It does, though. That's what's confusing.
Is it assigned to all of us?
Yeah.
Okay, if I put my own token there, I can see.
So the question is this an omen? Or just token problem?
We shall find out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting it there, but
And none of you can see if with this token.
no.
Can anybody grab the token, the part that says in characters? Can anybody grab it and put it on the map at the bottom? And you just
Let me
can't
see.
see out of it.
I can see out of this party token that I just put down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Great.
Where do you get that?
You shouldn't need more than
yeah,
one.
there we
You
go.
should all be able to see out the same one.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
I can't
No.
I
Mm-mm.
cannot see either.
Oh, that is so frustrating. Why is it doing that? This doesn't. Oh, somebody's locked theirs in a wall. Okay, I
I
don't.
can see if I put another one down. Now I can see.
Oh well, I guess for now we'll just throw six tokens or 5 tokens down, please.
I'll just put Hugo
Oh, there it
there.
is. That's
Yeah,
nice.
just put your own tokens down. No spoilers, Nathan. No spoilers. The rest of you outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Finn, who's currently in a tent. Okay, great. Main door's there. As you sort of approach, you will see different people selling their wares at these large, sort of red and white striped big tops. But yeah, you can head on in.
Into the inn.
Yep. The big gentleman opens the door for you. He doesn't appear to have a token. And as you move on in, you see lots and lots of patrons, but immediately perking up and almost standing up at the bar, looking over at you, is a female, who I will ask Nathan to describe.
So you see kind of in very kind of nondescript, a lot of beige and tan and taupe and, very brownish colors. Completely covered from head to toe is a fairly short-looking human woman. She looks a little bit over 5 feet, but not too much more. She seems kind of slight of build, but the way she kind of suspiciously eyes everyone as they walk in the door, it almost appears like she gets a little bit taller as she watches you guys come in, but she just kind of looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking straight to the bar. We had a fun day walking. I need a drink.
Okay.
And I also didn't eat earlier, so.
As this female stands up, Jazera, this is what you've been waiting for most of the day. What looks like a fairly green adventuring party, and indeed, as they walk up to the bar, you'll note the bartender will go around. Aye, well, what can I get you?
Well, I'll have an ale. And, my brother likes juice.
Oh,
I'll have one of both.
And then whatever you have on the menu, I want one something. I don't know, surprise me, whatever's best.
Menu, you say? I've got menus. One moment. And he will lean over, and I don't know why the music's not working for me, but it might be working for you guys.
I'm
I
not
can
hearing
hear
it.
it.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, so it is just me that it is not working for. Let me find my menu. Here we go. So this is a full menu, but if you scroll all the way down, you will find drinks. Alternatively, you can open the picture. Either one works. And he will offer you a variety of beer and non-alcoholic. You can have dandelion and burdock, orange and lime juice, or juice of the guava. Whichever takes your fancy.
Can I get the firebolt flamed meatball sub?
Of course you can. I'll let the kitchen know we don't a bit early usually for food, but we'll get rolling. It might take a little while. Heat up the oven. He's not an early morning riser.
I see. Well, I'll take a nail just off the tap.
Right. Okay, very good.
Could I have an elven aerialist?
Of course you can. And then he looks over at Belgren. Can I get you?
I can't pass down a dwarven flip.
Right. Okay, very good. It's named after you, lad, isn't it? And you will see a gnome who is sort of, at the moment, doing slight acrobatics on the back of the bar, moving up to the different higher kegs to pour different ales, and he looks over and welcome to the Triple-A Inn! I'm the proprietor. My name's Flip. A pleasure to meet you, and you look new. So, before we get into the details and details I need to know, Squeezy, fill me in. All the information that I want is who are you, why are you here, what are you doing, what's your group name, and you look like adventurers to me. Adventurers. This young lass here has been waiting for adventurers. Might be the match made in heaven, so who are you? Come on, spit it out now.
I'm Kimball.
Right.
I'm Ken.
Right. He looks at the rest of you like intently.
I'm Hugo.
Hugo! Great!
Oh, I was introducing myself to this dog. I'm Finn. Hello.
I think you moved your mic, Kian, in the process of talking there. Because that was like
whoops,
10 miles
sorry.
away. There we go. You said what? With the what?
I was sorry, I was introducing myself to this dog. I'm Finn.
Yes, he sort of notes you. Where's the dog?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Oh, Spaghetti. Yeah, okay, cool. We can meet Spaghetti shortly. He is just here. He's a good dog.
Oh.
He looks pissed.
He's very happy right now, though. But Flip sort of hangs upside down from one foot, from one of the barrels, and looks upside down at you, and is holding your dwarven ale. And who would you be?
Belgren.
Belgren! Wonderful. And the group of you together, do you have a conglomerative name?
We're the good company, and
And
was
so I've heard.
And as I say that, I'm going to use my bonus action. My bonus action to make my cloak of billowing billow.
I do little jazz hands.
Right. He looks over to Jaxaran. I mean, a group's a group, right?
She's like looking you over like a horse trader would look over like an old nag that just got brought in to for sale, and she nods once to Ken and then over to Kimball on the other side, and she says, "Shade and water, friends."
They're people that you like.
And then she like looks at you expectantly.
Right, friends.
She said,
Yes.
"Shade and water, friends." Her brow
Yeah.
like furrows as nobody answers.
Yeah, I mean, this is shade. This isn't water. It's ale. But
Outlanders have no manners. She looks back to Flip. This is the best that they have here.
Behind Belgren, a loud, bellowing voice sort of booms out. No manners, indeed. A desert greeting, I believe. Shade and water, like blessings on your house, or ale to you, if you're a dwarf. You look around and you will note that it seems to be the axe that is talking.
Jixer immediately backs away from the bar, takes 2 steps back.
It's the axe is the other direction, so you could, up here.
Oh, is it behind
hanging
me?
on the hearth. Yes, it's up here, hanging on the hearth behind Belgren. Should be able to see it. I'll just move it there a little bit so you can see it hanging up. The bartender looks over at the axe and, aye, shut up, you. Let them meet each other in peace. We all know it'll work out happy families in a minute. And
Oh,
the
then
axe
does your hammer talk like that?
shuts up.
Yeah. Does everyone's weapons talk?
I've never seen a talking weapon before.
Oh, yeah. There's always ventriloquism.
No, that's a real
We could see
one.
that one day. That'd be really fun.
It's always talking,
Could be.
even when you don't want it to.
It could be infected with some sort of.
It's like the
spirit.
ghost. Yeah, it's like the ghost.
It's just like pressing its face into the wall. This one's just in a weapon.
What do you mean? What do you mean, ghost?
Like a spirit.
Yeah, we helped, bring a
We
ghost
did
back
some
into
great
its to what it wanted to do.
She looks at you for a moment, and then she gives a half laugh, like, yeah, I see. Wetlander humor. Yes, I do not understand yet, but I get better.
No, it wasn't a joke. That's actually what we did. We
They ran a winery.
Mm-hmm. She clearly does not believe you.
The battle axe will shout out about slaying a ghost once, but you can ignore it completely.
Did we collect any sort of proof that we did this, or we just kind of?
You have the cobwebs.
All
mean-
our proof is in here and in here.
And we had a bard tell our tale, so there's a story going around about us.
Well,
Let us
everyone
save
knows
a
we can't
ghost.
trust bards.
That's
Tell-
not true. And I will remind you that there is a bard traveling in this party, Braylon Gaines. And he will in fact, it is the exact truth. I'd forgotten I was here until this very moment when you pulled out the bard.
I was
he
waiting
says
for him to come back.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I always, the whole new character thing, I just totally forgot about it. And you'll note that he has a rapport with Wilbur and has already ordered his drink. And he is going to move himself over to a corner. I think that's going to do it. Yeah, I haven't got a token, but he's going to move over to a corner and sit himself down quite happily. But he does shout that you were indeed telling the truth and that you have dealt with a ghost, though you didn't slay it. You just put it to rest.
And we just let it, work again.
Turns out a ghost really
and-
wanted to work.
And you are all an official group of adventurers.
We're signing up.
What
Signing up, you
what
say?
does that mean?
It means we're official soon.
I will just hold you there, Nathan. Jaxera would know that you need to be an official signed-up adventurers group with the Adventurers Guild to pass into the Untamed Lands. Probably one of the main reasons she's waiting for a group, so that she can get in and prove herself. And Flip will tell you, you'll be wanting Ivor. He's due back this evening. It's probably quite late. He's usually quite late. Will you be wanting an in-room for the night?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Right. You paying by the night or the week? You gonna be here for a while?
I don't know.
Depends on what kind of quests we can find, I guess.
The DM judges it extremely likely as you've got nowhere else to stay.
Since we have nowhere else to
by the
stay,
week.
really, I really think we should go by the week. I just had a thought.
A room is 5 gold pieces for the week. That does include a basic breakfast and a simple stew and bread roll in the evening. Any more
How
food
many-
on top of that is fine.
How many of us can fit in one room?
You could fit 6 people in a room if you were severely uncouth and nobody wanted to use a bed. However, if you were to look at it properly, you can probably double up on rooms at the most. Traditionally,
How would we
these rooms would
say-
be per person. Or per couple if they were feeling very fruity.
You guys want to save some money? Go for the couples deal.
I don't mind.
Hugo can
Maybe
be a
we
cat
can
on
go
someone's
for
floor.
a natural spring bathhouse and massage. See what their couples deal is on that.
The bathhouse is extra charge. He will tell you as you say this.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the menu.
They do. Yeah, they do have the bathhouse on the menu.
Do you guys have a couple price?
Like a couple's deal.
Prices
Because
for room.
Jaxera kind of looks a little disgusted at everyone, and she steps up and she puts her hand down firmly on the table, and she's like, "Of course, that price is completely outrageous. Why, my own grandmother would not charge such prices. Perhaps you can tell us what the true prices are. I will pay no more than 1 gold per week."
Wilbur looks around and... I don't see your grandmother! Prices on the menu! On every table. If you've got your reading eyes in, you'll be able to see it if you can read.
I am certain that we can come to some sort of arrangement.
Me too! 5 gold for the week!
I think the arrangement is that you're allowed to have as many people as you want in a room, and I sort of...
What you do with the room is up to you, lad.
Listen, y'all are wonderful people, and I'm glad that we're sitting here having this entire talk. But I'm not sleeping with any of you guys, except for maybe Hugo if he decides he's a little homesick. So 5 gold pieces, easy peasy. Just I'm good.
A reminder that obviously, Hugo, you could be a cat in a corner, but I would expect you guys, you will get this money back very quickly, I will tell you. You probably do want to go ahead and take a reach.
Yeah, I mean...
Did anybody roll badly enough that they haven't got 5 gold pieces to spend?
I've got 10.
Is that
And
even
I rolled for 2 of you. Someone had really bad rolls. Is anybody looking at their gold and going, shit, I can't afford this?
I can afford it.
I think we're all good, yeah.
I'll put down 5 gold.
Yeah, you will get this money back very quickly. I will tell you. But he sort of looks over at you all and, right, I need colours.
Blue.
Green.
Please make a note of this. I have red, yellow, blue, green, violet, rose, black, white, turquoise, or rainbow. I can give you those slower if you need them again.
But what are we picking the colors for?
The colour of your room.
Dibs on rose.
Oh.
I want rainbow.
There is more than one of each colour, so you can take whatever you want. We've got a rainbow for Salty, and we have a rose for... I just called you Salty, that's confusing, isn't it? Josh, Nathan, you were about to say...
I'll take purple.
I've got violet. Is that close enough?
Violet, close enough, yeah.
Belgren?
Let's try white.
White for Belgren, that's my second favourite room. Finn?
Black,
red, yellow, blue... Oh, black, okay. I'm sure I've mixed up whether I've written names or whether I've written people, but Kimball.
So like brown? Is that a color?
I've got red, yellow, blue, green, violet, rose, black, white, turquoise, or rainbow.
Yeah, I was just going with green then.
Green for Kimball. And each one of you, when you say this, he will take 5 gold pieces from and give you a very strange key. It has sort of a huge curved back, and each one says across the back the colour of the room and the number. So, for example, Ken, you'd have rainbow 4 on your number. Most of you have 1. It seems rainbow's quite requested. Black, however, you're on black 7. Finn. A very popular choice. The black-coloured rooms. And he will gesture towards a staircase and say, if you want to get your rooms, you can head on straight up if you like. But otherwise, here's your drinks. And Flip sort of, hold on, you're not going anywhere yet. You said that you were a good company, is that correct?
We are good company.
Fantastic.
And we're good company.
An aspiring adventures group. I do know what would get you in Ivor's good books and make sure that you can sign up. A small mission, a quest, if you would. You've got a quest board right here, and he gestures towards a large board behind him with various quests pinned all over it. But this is a nice starter quest, always a traditional, this. Fortuna needs her cellar cleared out, warehouse cellar, that is. Nasties have got in there, nothing too much, I'm sure you could handle it.
What is a nasty?
She reports vermin. Of the non-person kind, I would assume.
Rats.
Well, maybe we could just ask them to leave.
How you do it's up to you. But I would suggest it will put you in Ivor's good books, and Fortuna's got some interesting items if you want a discount. Not only that, but more than your room's price in gold back. 50 gold she's paying.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wow, what a great idea, guys. Whoa.
Excuse me.
I'm so glad we came up with this.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
She's talking to the group.
Yeah.
Flip turns back, feeling a bit out of place.
Terribly sorry. I hate to intrude. I am seeking an adventuring group to join, and
We're an adventuring group.
I'll be sure to ask around.
well, I am in a position where some of these gold coins would be most useful, and I was wondering if you might agree to take me along. I'm very capable.
I'll tell you what. There's been a big hole shape in the hole, a hunter-shaped hole in my heart for the last 2 weeks, and I'm really just feeling like you're the one to fill it.
She stares at you in confusion. You think
Ranger.
can fill a hole in your heart?
I think you would fill a hole in everybody's heart that's in the shape of a ranger right now.
I see.
I'm
I will take that as a good thing.
I'm gonna step on Ken's foot and then like step in front of him. Do you have any skills?
I have been training myself, and I have skills. Yes, I am quite good in the deserts, and that's I have been training with my spear, and I can definitely make a hole in a heart if it's necessary.
Great, let's go.
Just a quick
That
note, you
works.
do know that there are deserts in the Untamed Lands. Quite a large amount of it is desert,
Helpful
so it
skill.
would actually be a helpful skill. However, in this particular town and in that warehouse you're headed to, desert's probably not going to come in helpful.
You
So,
said you're
yes.
from the desert.
This is a future investment.
Yes,
Do you
I'm
have any
from the
sand
west.
with you, by chance?
she like takes off her sandal and like knocks it. She has a bunch of sand.
What
Here you
color
go.
is it?
It's dark brown.
Ah,
Sandy,
shit. Never
dark
mind.
brown.
I appreciate it though.
Which
You want
spell? Which spell needs? What color sand is it? Is it white?
I need, I think, red, yellow, and blue sand for color spray.
I knew where you were going. I knew where you were going as soon as you mentioned it. Flip sort of looks at you and, well, you'll have a little time to see your rooms, and then I'll get you this. I'll get you some directions to Fortuna's. Yeah.
Great.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Potluck. Let's start with the bottom. Kimball, we will take you to the green room.
Oh, it's so pleasant in here.
So as you enter in, each room is themed in
Ooh.
color.
Wow, you have individual pictures of each room.
Oh, well, yeah, of course we do. But what is most interesting about this particular room is when you open the door, you just hear this very faint sound somewhere in the background. Just this little bit of music. And as you look over to the desk, there is a tiny little, like miniature, sort of an inch-long lute between two sticks, just playing itself. And somebody has scrawled a note on the desk in front of it that says, "Face down to shut it up."
I'll sort of lean back in the chair, sigh, look around. It's fucking great, yeah. Cool.
One thing you will note, there are lots of candles in here. They are all lit already. They don't seem to have any wax at all. And each one of them has a shutter that you can pull over to cover it. These are eternal flames. Eternal flames? That's a band.
Continual flame.
Continual flames, that's what I was looking for. Continual flames, and they have covers. So you don't have to light or unlight, and there's no fire risk.
Lean down and smell one. Are they scented?
No.
I
In
just
fact,
burn my
there's
nose
except it emits no heat. You could put your hand right in it and it would do nothing. You will, however, smell a slight scent of cedar in here, as if somebody has freshly scattered some cedar around in the morning. One thing you will note is that the room was too big. When you opened the door, there was another door a little close next door. And as you come in and you look at how large your room is, you think, well, their doors would lead into my room, surely. And then you remember back to the sign at the bottom of the staircase that says, "No extra dimensional spaces or bags of holding in the rooms. Please deposit them behind the bar before you go to bed. In case of drunkenness, room will expel you. So you will be able to know that if you try and take an extra dimensional space into one of these rooms, it will simply push you back out. You cannot cause a temporal rift in my tavern. And
I see.
as you are exploring around the room, who is next in line? Finn, take it to the black room. A little darker in nature, a little more somber, but a little more peaceful. You will note a solid oak writing desk to the left as you walk in this door, which is probably all that Finn notes. But the bed does look quite comfortable, and there's a slight scent in here of jasmine, and you will note that there is what looks like a little oil burner on one of the tables, and although there is no heat coming from underneath it, it does have a scent to it, sort of scenting the room. There is a large window, but you will quickly note that it is whatever is outside is an illusion. First of all, that's not Redkeep out there, and secondly, that window should be facing into the tavern. Your magical understanding will tell you that that is an illusory window, but it's a nice, pleasant place for a stay. Belgren, you had the white room, my second favourite room. This. You might like this one. I had way too much fun setting these up. This is a very homely room. Lots of nature going on, little pot plants and stuff. Quite softly lit. And again, a nice illusory bay window going on for you. And as soon as you sort of enter and look out, the window changes slightly to show bright sunshine over what looks like a lake. You know there's no lake near here. As you take a little look around, very, very slight smell of fresh flowers, as if somebody's just ruffled up the plants moments before you came in.
I'll take the shield off my back and think I'll just put it on the little seat that's right by the foot of that bed. Just take a second to,
As you go to do so, you will note like a little indent in it that looks like it was the handle of something, of another person's, shield, armor, whatever. It's obviously a resting place, and a lot of people put their weaponry and armor. Well, not weaponry mostly, because most people can't bring weapons into the tavern, but shields or other such things. And as you're sort of getting a little bit comfortable, I'm assuming you obviously will be picking the shield back up when you leave, because you are headed on a mission. We'll head to the Violet room. This is rather typically smelling of violet, lilac, and lavender, different flowers in different pots around the room. It's a bit of a feminine room, very floral in scent. And you'll notice at the foot of the bed is what looks like a sort of large urn almost. And it is, though, in there that you will see different balls of... give me a history check as you look in. They're sort of large balls that look a bit like pine cones, little sticky bits going out. They're definitely a natural thing of some sort. You have never seen these before, but when you poke them with the large sort of two sticks that are on top of it, they bring the smell up really freshly. So you can call them scent balls for now with your three.
She kind of immediately backs away and kind of looks around the room like kind of incredulously. She like puts a hand on the mattress and like pushes down and squishes it.
It's super
and it just
soft.
kind of makes a little scoffing noise in her back of her throat, like. And she takes her bedroll off of her dusty pack and unrolls it onto the floor, and sets herself up to sleep on the floor next to the bed.
You don't want any of the pampering. You won't be going for the spa and massage then?
Probably not.
I love that.
I couldn't afford it anyway, most likely.
I know who will. Hugo, as you enter into what is by far the most feminine of rooms. This beautiful pink-scented room smells very lightly of thyme.
Damn, I did not realize Rose was going to be
pink.
before.
It is very
One
pink
more
in here.
thorns.
You do actually see like an actual vase of roses on the table, and a vase up here. Some very scary doll half out the picture.
It's a teddy. It's a teddy bear.
I don't know. I think it's... I haven't got any more picture, but it is definitely a scary looking doll.
It looks like a teddy.
Yeah, because of the little nose.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that. I thought it was like a really creepy doll. But yeah, everything in here, beautiful wood, and then varnished in a slight rose. You can just smell the faint aura of perfume of whoever was staying in here last night, even though the room has been cleaned and freshly sprinkled with thyme. That perfume smell is still coming through. It's almost acrid in your nose.
I love that there's 2 clocks.
Of
There's
course,
a
you need to know
cuckoo
what the time is.
clock and a regular clock.
You need to know what the time is. It's very important.
Yes. I'm just gonna quickly, before we all like regroup to then go out. I'm gonna organize the pillows to be in a circle on the bed.
Mhm.
That way I can lie in the circle as a cat and go to sleep like that.
Love that for you.
Nest.
And finally, Oscar, we come to the rainbow room. Not as bright and shiny as you might expect, though, rainbow themed.
Beautiful.
It is feeling almost tribal in here as you step in. Like Kimball, you will see a tiny little lute. No, sorry, it is not a lute. That is absolutely incorrect. You will see a tiny little harp on the table, and no note at all to tell you how to shut it up. But it is playing just a gentle, pretty music in the background. And you have a window that looks out over ocean, which really doesn't make sense given where you are. A few different scattered pieces around the room, and a slight smell of fresh bread as you enter in. Yeah, make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take off my chainmail and set it down and just get ready to enjoy the rest of the night.
It's 12:30 in the afternoon, and you're going on a quest in about 7 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm tired.
And you can have a 6-minute nap, get up, redon your armor.
Power nap.
It's heavy stuff.
It is heavy stuff. And you will note that on the side that we currently can't see are 2 large hooks that look like they're designed so they come outwards, and looks like you can sort of hang armor on them. So later on, you will be able to do that. But as each of you sort of discovers your room and gets a bit comfy and whatever, bringing your drinks up, we will return back into the tavern, where there's a little bit of kerfuffle going on as you get back down. Bit of a louder noise as you hear a few people booing almost. As in the corner you see a man, you do not see a man, you see a kobold, sort of standing there and giving this fairly awful performance. I'll be a second, I have to open about 8 things, but I will be with you already in 1 second.
Kobold Bard.
Give me
Of
a
sorts.
insight check if you we can decide if they are a bard or not.
Good.
Oh,
What did you get?
21.
They're definitely attempting to be a bard. And you see her sort of singing this dreadful, sad dirge. But upon seeing you all enter in, she sort of, a different song. A terrible day happened only last week, so terrible that Dreed hardly can speak. We gave all our money so we could be free, but they stole it away and laughed ha-ha at me. We needed a wagon piled so high with stuff, so we can make beer, but, my friends, this is rough. It never arrived. When Dreet went to sea, they said, go away, and threw things at me. In this dreadful song, she repeats the same verse 4 times. This is the full verse. You all know it by heart by the end of it. Finally, when she finishes this song, she sort of almost falls to her knees. Please, somebody, I'm going to need some help. I am. Some help.
I'll run over and help them up.
Oh, are you an adventuring group? Are you here to help me?
Yes.
Help poor little Dreed.
I am the good company, and I will use my bonus action to cause my cloak to billow.
She immediately stops looking sad, and immediately looks bright and happy as if it was all a complete act, and looks at you all. Excuse me, great adventurers. I'm Dreet of Clan Undercobble, third and best glorious lamplighter, honorary dwarf, and exceptional bard occasionally. Undercobble Clan needs your help, and we can pay money or rabbits, you like.
What? Alive
I
rabbits?
could use a rabbit.
And of course, what are you going to do with a rabbit if it's not alive?
I have ideas.
Like what?
No. Live rabbits, or gold, I suppose, if necessary. And he shows you a little tiny pouch of gold and silver and snatches it back and tucks it away.
Wait. Finn, what do you want to do with a rabbit?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure yet, but I can figure it out, I'm sure.
Nothing harmful, of course.
No, especially if it's already dead.
No dead rabbits, we like live rabbits, happy rabbits, smiling rabbits, bouncy rabbits. We've got rabbits if you need rabbits, but
Oliver needs a buddy.
what we need is that Clan Undercobble wants to become Clan Overcobble. See?
Ah.
We have a plan, a great plan. Thought about it. 17 weeks. We did market research. We went to the market and shouted our ideas, and nobody threw anything at us when we suggested this one.
What was the idea?
The plan is pub. P-U capital B pub. Or pub B. Pub. Cobble pub. Everybody likes beer. So we'll make the best beer and everybody will come. Not here. Trip away in. Great place. But Eastcliff. To the east. That was the plan, but plan is broken now. Oh, terrible. We paid a dwarf we paid to bring us a wagon.
And what happened?
The wagon was for things to make beer with. He took our money, but the wagon never came. When Dreet went to say, "Hey, where is wagon?" he yelled very loud and threw an old turnip. He threw a turnip and said never to come back, or he would drop Dreet in the river. Dreet doesn't swim.
Yeah, and they told you to go away, and they threw things at you.
Yeah, you heard the song, yeah.
They threatened to put you in water over your head. That's horrible.
Yes, horrible. Just while I'm at it, sorry, I probably should have thrown this at you. This is your friendly kobold. She has a hat that sits slightly over her eyes, and she sort of wrings her hand and looks wretched. And you will note Flip looking at you from the bar quite intently.
Intently how? Like,
Just curious as to how you'll respond, and wondering just what you're going to do.
How can we help, though?
Well, that's the thing. The dwarf is called Banor. He is what is the word? Not with other people. No guild, no clan trouble. Unaffiliated. No trouble for your adventurers. Just ask him for Dreet's wagon. We'll write many songs about you. And pay you. She is offering 200 gold pieces.
I like the sound of this, yeah.
But first we must check, though. Check. Dreet did not check the dwarf, and the dwarf was bad. Come here, my friends, and play something. Yes, pick an instrument. And she points towards a bunch of different instruments that she has on the wall. A viol, a hand drum,
I'll take a triangle.
Right.
I'll grab a fiddle.
Great! Anybody else grabbing an instrument?
I have my own instruments. Can I just take that out?
Yeah, of course.
I'll grab a lute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if there's like something.
Jaxera
small I
pulls
can
out
take.
a pan flute.
Sorry, Belgrim, what did you say?
Oh, like just saying if there's like I guess it'd be like a lute as well.
Okay.
If there's one to take.
Dual looting. I like it.
A rhythm lute and a lead flute.
They got the bass
yes,
and the
of
guitar.
course. And as you guys pick up your instruments and make a little stand on stage, you can see Flip now sitting on top of the bar with his hand sort of on his chin, watching really intently as you guys pick up the instruments. And well, come on then, play something.
Reed, would it be perhaps better if one of us did the singing part of the song?
Oh, I'm not singing. You're playing. I want to know. You good people.
Oh. Very
Well, 3,
I
2,
don't-
1.
You're just gonna 3, 2, 1 and all play?
Yeah.
That's where the money's at, baby.
Give me
There
a
it is.
combined charisma check, of which I will take
Charisma check. I'll do that.
performance specifically.
14.
I will take the average and minus the number of people who are making it, because
Yay, another 14.
you're trying to do these things together.
With -2,
Ooh.
no, those, look at me.
22.
Yeah.
Ooh. So far, the average is okay, and that 22 is really getting us up there.
That really helps. No thanks to Kensid.
Tried my hardest.
Okay. And there were 5 of you making the check, is that right? Somebody's not.
Yep.
Kearney, you're not.
He does not play.
No, Finn just stood playing with the dog and sort of looking over like, what is that racket?
Like every awkward party you've ever been to, find the dog, move toward the wall.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hugo
so-
is crushing it on the triangle.
Yeah. He's really going ham.
Like wailing on it.
Exactly. Yeah. All three sides.
Pulling it behind his head.
58 divided by 5 is, we'll give it 12, we'll round up. We don't normally round up, by the way, we round down in almost all cases, but in this case it's actually 0.7, so we'll round up. And that's a 12. And she sort of, oh, you're very good, almost as good as Cobbles, not quite, so Dreet will come with you. If big adventurers are going, it'll be okay. Stay behind, very good, very useful. Music soothes bad dog, is that right? But also stops arterial bleeding. Sometimes Dreet can heal very nice, very good. As she rambles onwards, you're trying to work out exactly what she's saying. She's taking it like you've accepted the quest, and I'm ready to leave right now, and she's saying she'll come with you and heal you if you want, or stay behind if you don't. But then she makes it sort of, puts her hands out, wait! Not to talk to Banor, though. He will drop Dreet in the river. Not going in the river, can't swim.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think that we will have to talk to this banner in order to retrieve your life.
You talk to Banor, just not Dreet.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
should
so
we
I
do-
come or I stay?
You stay.
You stay here.
You should
Yeah.
probably stay.
Yeah. You hold on.
Right. Just a reminder, Eastcliff is a full 2 days travel to the east.
I was about to say,
Mhm.
why don't we deal with some rats tonight? Set out first thing tomorrow.
Become an actual adventuring guild first as well.
Let's
yeah.
get ourselves in the books, and
Okay.
then we can head out.
So
I think that's wise.
Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Yeah, that is what I'm looking for, actually. This is just a map to let you know where Eastcliff is, I think. You can measure yourselves. Yes. So, are you... Ooh, no, we are not there anymore. We are...
We're in
No,
Redkeep.
we're in
right?
Redkeep.
So, this would be a 20-mile journey. So you can get there in a day, actually. You can get there in a day with the wagon and cart. And subsequently day back. But you'll want to register yourselves first and perhaps deal with some rats. And perhaps get to next session.
In that order, or should we go deal with rats first and then register?
Rats
Or how
first,
does it
because
work?
the guy who is going to register you will look fondly upon you if you've done the rat quest. Not only that, but he's not going to be back till late tonight.
Okay.
We, however, will be back in a few minutes because we're going to take a short break. Hello, and welcome back to session 2 of Mercenary Tales. We were in the Trip Away Inn, and as you guys are waiting for Flip to give you details and directions to Fortuna, wherever she is, and her warehouse, you'll spy out a couple of things in the tavern. First of all, there are different people sat around the tavern, but no matter what, whoever you look at amongst the discussion, inevitably people are pointing up to a series of leaderboards. The most prominent one is this. It says, the monthly leaderboard is collected. This is for Shez. The point system is detailed below. Goblins 1 point, orcs 2 points, drow or other evil humanoids 3 points, ogres, gnolls, and corrupted beasts 4 points, monstrosity, if no ears are available, alternate appendages are accepted in their stead, 7 points, giants 10 points, and again, alternative appendages accepted, 15 points for a huge monstrosity. It is up to Flip how he judges the ears that you bring. But currently topping the monthly leaderboard are the Order of the Gauntlet with 37, and the top 10 are displayed. It's very prominent. Behind it are 4 other leaderboards. Right at the top is the overall leaderboard. These should be pinging in your journal as well under handouts, lawyer info, leaderboards, if you want to keep track of them. There is a goblin leaderboard, an orc leaderboard, and it's worth noting that topping the orc leaderboard is not an adventurer troop, but the name of a single man, Justin McGristle, with 107 orcs to date. He is quite good at killing orcs. But one thing that perhaps takes the party's eye as being a little unusual is largest monster head brought in to date, measured in weight. And this includes a black dragon, Remoraz, beholder, green dragon, red dragon, storm giant, and cloud giant, and the different groups. And one thing that is worth noting is the Order of the Gauntlet seem very prominent in large monster slaying and in the overall leaderboards, whereas other groups are on different leaderboards. I believe in the Goblin leaderboard, and potentially the Orc one as well, you will see those Slayer sisters that you met on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Flip will explain that this is an opportunity to earn your fame and earn your name. If you head into the Untamed Lands and you return to Flip with various numbering of ears, he will count them out and alert Ivor, and you will subsequently be paid per ear. The point system is not his system, but is in fact the King's system, King Darius' system. And you are to be paid 3 gold pieces per point. No, that's not correct. 5 gold pieces per point. Sorry, let me just double check. So if you bring back a goblin ear, it's 5 gold. If you bring back an orc ear, it's 10 gold, etc., etc. One thing worth noting, only right ears count. Left ears are to be ignored. Bringing back left ears is seen as an attempt of deception. But then again, how can anybody judge which ear is which when it's animals like, I don't know, monstrosities or beholders or other things that might have dysfunctional or unusual ears? Flip sort of points over and, you noticed the leaderboards!
Yeah,
You gonna get your name on there?
I hope so. Who are these Order of the Gauntlet people? They're all over the place.
The Order of the Gauntlet. Group of 6. Most fine, most fine. They haven't really got going this month, I suppose, though they are still topping the charts with, they felled a couple of giants up in the north. North of the Untamed Lands, not the north of the country. These leaderboards only apply to the Untamed Lands. But he said, well, they're pretty well to do and pretty doing well. They are mighty warriors, all 6. You'll meet them soon enough, I'm sure.
I'm very interested in meeting this Justin McGristle person. He seems very impressive.
McGristle! He'll be asleep until about 4 p.m. He's
here.
Oh, yeah. He is better at slaying monsters than being good company, if I'm honest. Although good company would be you, not him.
That's a good point.
What does he have against orcs?
Yeah, like he really doesn't like those guys.
He's an orc slayer. They killed his wife.
Oh,
orc slayer.
that'll do. Yeah.
I knew a goblin
I
slayer
think
once.
she's better for it.
Wow, man, wow.
Whoa.
So disrespectful.
Guess he's not good company to even worse degree than we thought.
She was worse company than smell, and that is saying something. I'm sure you'll understand when you meet McGristle that anybody that would marry him is not the most pleasant of beings.
I really hope so, because if I like the guy and we meet him, I'm just gonna think you're a huge dick. But if he's like a total asshole, then I'm gonna get it.
Oh, he's not mean, McGristle, just... well, not really worth talking to, and not very, Oh, you'll see soon enough, there's no explaining McGristle.
On a totally unrelated note, which gauntlet?
He sort of looks over at you. Oh, a joke, I see.
No, I'm actually serious. The capital T, or just that's just what they came up with? Is it like a religious thing?
No, not religious. It's the marking. They all have it on their shields. A single gauntlet grasping a little bit of light. It's pretty fancy, if I say so.
Left-handed or right-handed?
He thinks very hard. right-handed. I think. No one's
I
ever
will know it
asked.
when we see it.
But they
Yes,
don't have a magic gauntlet that they cart around.
No. Not mages, any of them.
Jaxara leans down to Hugo and says, "Excuse me, little one. Do we have a symbol like a gauntlet?"
Our symbol is actually really unique. Our symbol.
Every other person at the table right now looking around going, God, what is Josh about to create? As canon.
Our symbol is actually just a black wig.
That's your symbol, not our symbol.
A black wig is significantly less impressive than a gauntlet of light. Perhaps we can have a mighty spear.
Well, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to go to a soiree, then you don't want the spear, you want the wig.
I thought it was the donkey, if I'm going to be honest.
I was also.
Well,
It is our figurehead.
You didn't let me finish. It was a wig being put on by a donkey.
Like mid put, like, is it
Yes,
on? Or...
adjusting
Okay.
the hairline.
You think we fit that on a shield?
I think
There's a
we
lot going on
can, and I think that's great.
On
I like a
shield,
side
maybe.
profile of the donkey with like the maybe some hair would be a little bit better.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
donkey with a toupee.
And like,
Yeah, just
so
like-
realistic or
If
stylized?
we're
Flip-flops
stuck
over
on
to
donkey, then sure. But I feel like there are a lot more intimidating choices.
We
We'll
don't want to be
workshop it.
intimidated.
Jaxara's nodding with Kensidin. Yeah.
Hey! We're the
We definitely
good
need something
company.
that inspires confidence in us and terror in our foes. No?
Good company means we're good company to keep, and we're good company to hire. You know, we gotta portray that we're not,
Donkeys. Flip kindly.
donkeys, or asses.
Behind you, just say, what you need is an axe! An axe is the best symbol and the only symbol! The axe starts talking out loud. I was the symbol of a mercenary company once, the Forerunner Belgrim. And he literally shouts out your full name, clan name, everything. Belgrim. And you immediately realize that he's just using things he's heard about as he starts to talk about slaying a ghost, protecting someone from a bear, and he's just making up stories that he's stolen from the tavern. It seems to be your story he's stealing right now. Would you like to call out the axe? Would you call out the axe on using your name and your deeds? Would you let him spill his story?
I guess does everyone in the tavern at least kind of know that this hammer is just, or that the axe is just kind of spewing random bull?
Full of boasting rubbish, yes, and indeed, the bartender sort of, you at it again. Shut it up. Nobody needs it right now.
Yeah. I feel no need to correct it then if everyone else is already kind of brushing it off.
But you need an axe as your symbol. Axes are the best.
Who here uses an axe? Ooh, that's sorry, bud. Not happening.
Who here has long black hair? I think the case is closed.
I think that's only two of you.
You've got time, Flip will say, but in the meantime, you'd like directions, I'm sure. So Fortuna's fabulous trifles is where you're headed. Just across the way, down the road, and up the hill, and when you get around the corner, you'll see it. Fantastic little place. It shouldn't be too difficult for you to find. Go in there and speak to her, and she'll let you give you a key into the warehouse. I don't know you've taken her quest. Here it is, and he will hand you a piece of stamped paper with a little inky wax stamp on it.
Should be easy enough.
Thank you.
Oh, no. What have I just done? Okay.
No. What have we just done?
Sorry. No, I almost broke something, and it was not good. Cool. He will give you directions. Are you headed straight out?
I think so.
Let's do it.
I ain't got nothing to do.
Let's
Can we collect
hop
our
to it.
weapons?
Yeah.
Yes. As soon as you get out the door, the huge human with the massive cudgel looks over at you and, yes, I got it. And he sort of reaches in and he pulls out a huge long halberd and looks at you all and, I wasn't expecting that. pushes it back, and then he looks over and, oh yeah, that's the one, and he pulls it out, and then immediately a dagger, and a dagger, and a dagger, and a dagger, the fourth one going to Finn, and then various other appendages, and finally the beautifully worked hammer. And then looks over at you, Jaxera, and
she looks pretty anxious. Like she's like kind of like trying to lean and look past the others to see where her weapon is.
Different section. You do see your name spelt with 2 K's and an S by him, and he finally sort of reaches in. Is it just a spear he's pulling out? Are there any other weapons? That you would have to
There
possibly
is
know?
also a bow and
Okay.
a dagger.
Those are and another dagger. We love a dagger here, apparently. I'm not searching an area with lens. Go away. But yeah.
She takes the bow and the dagger and just like quickly stows them. The spear, she like runs her hands along the shaft and kind of inspects it carefully, and looks satisfied and kind of nods to the huge bouncer guy.
Yeah. The spear is beautifully kept and as shiny and pristine as ever. And as he sort of places it quite securely into your hands, he said, "Well, good luck wherever you're going. I'll see you again soon."
Thank you.
Appreciate you. We'll see you when we get back.
See you soon.
Great meeting you.
Not sure I need much more water. And he gestures towards the light rain that is popping along out here.
Jaxera actually like holds her hand out, kind of wonderingly as the rain is falling. I'll never get used to this.
Yes, it's liquid.
It's
Don't
rain.
worry, you will.
So much.
The rain? That's a lot of
So
water.
much.
Have you seen the ocean before?
I have heard tales of this ocean.
You should go there. It's
I am
pretty
not
great.
sure that such a thing exists. Many have told me about these oceans.
I've been there. It's real. It's called the ocean because it's.
Is it true that the water is poisoned?
Well, no, it just has a lot of salt in it. It dehydrates.
If you drink it, do you die?
So, I mean, if
just
you
to interrupt
drink-
you 1 second, I take a D100 from the other 4, please, just to see if any of you lot have visited the ocean at Eastcliff. Sorry, carry on, Kimball. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, it's sort of the. I mean, yeah, if you drink too much, you'll dehydrate yourself and you'll die. But that's only if you're stupid. You gotta boil it first.
Well, you would only be stupid if you went anywhere near such a large amount of poisoned water. If you get into it, you die. If you fall into it, you die. If you drink it, you die. It sounds horrible.
All right, well, I mean, in that case, everyone who breathes is gonna die. I mean, like, I'm sorry, it's just the truth.
Finn,
I will.
you have been to Eastcliff and you have seen the ocean. So,
I
if
mean,
you wish to
I'm
weigh in
happy
on
to
this,
let
you
this
may.
play
The rest of you are as in the dark as our desert friend.
But yeah, I mean, it's just big water. There's just a lot of it. They sail on boats so that they don't have to go in.
The wooden monsters that eat other things inside. I heard that they can put an entire cow into the belly of these wooden monsters and it disappears inside.
It's a boat.
What happens to the cow?
It's alive. It's
It is
like
eaten
going
and
in
consumed.
No, it's not consumed. It goes in the boat like a person goes in a house. It's like a house on the water. That
She's
moves.
just shaking her head as if this is just nonsense.
But the cow's
a house on the
fine?
water.
No, yeah, the cow's okay, Hugo. The cow is just fine.
Hugo, can you stop gaslighting him? There was a
It
lake
was really
right by where we
scary for
grew
a
up.
second there.
Yes, but there wasn't any wood eating, any cow eating wood
Yeah.
monsters.
Hugo, you know, like a rowboat, like a little rowboat. You've never seen it. We live by a lake, and you've never seen a rowboat before.
Do you live by a lake?
We did growing up.
You did,
No,
yes.
I went the other way.
You walked
You
into
went
the
the other
forest with mom to.
Yeah, we went the other way.
Okay, I can't explain this then.
We were on a river, James.
The river, yes, not the lake. I did think. I was very confused. I was like, I'm sure there was no lake.
I was asleep when we traveled.
We had to cross a river.
In all fairness,
No.
in all fairness, the river cooler is not all that deep. Small boats maybe, but Hugo might
Like
be
you-
boaty.
Like, you've never seen a like ever, not one boat.
No.
Fair enough.
No.
Jaxara just points to Hugo. See?
I'm starting to think I'm in the dark here.
I think that Jaxara at least passed a lot of rivers on the way, but the scary small miniature wooden boats only eat small people. You guys heading through Redkeep will notice the hustle and bustle of the town once again. Before long, you come to a shop front. And stated across the front is Fortuna's Fabulous Trifles. This is going to give you the shopping list as well. Please don't try and buy anything right now, Finn. I will. You will see things
Called
like hag's eyes for sale. I don't trust you in there right
A
now.
Psy crystal.
Do they
I
have
only
red
have-
sand? I think is what he really wants to
I
know.
only have one exhaustive list of spell components.
Some of these are expensive.
Not even that.
Well, certainly the magical trinkets below are very expensive. But as you enter on into this store, Fortuna's Fabulous Trifles, you'll hear 3 or 4 different noises going off all at the same time when you open the door. There is a little bell. There is also a shrill whistle that goes off to let people know that you're in, and then a small little bird that looks a little like a parrot, but very, very small and very round and fat, squawks out, "Visitors! Visitors! Visitors! Visitors!" And at the same time, this sort of large grandfather clock opens up, and a single cuckoo comes out of it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And a lady looks over towards you all behind the counter. She's a fairly beautiful woman, a bronze-skinned, middle-aged elf with bright emerald eyes and golden hair, and she's wearing these sort of opulent purple robes. Comes over to you and, oh, wonderful. Have you come to shop?
Are you Fortuna?
That would be me.
We're the good company, and I will use my bonus action to cause my cloak to start billowing.
Jazz hands.
I have a feeling I think we should have a drinking game around that.
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
We're
Fortuna.
here to help with
Oh, wonderful. Yes, rats.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with them.
What do you
Not
mean?
normal. I don't know. Maybe they're corrupted in some way, or have got some sort of disease or whatever. They're getting obscenely large.
Oh,
Your
would you-
breathing seems labored, small one. Are you alright?
Well,
It's terrible.
I mean,
terrible
as
news.
long as they aren't
Oh,
of unusual size, we should be okay.
Oh, they're most definitely of an unusual size. One came up to my hip.
Oh,
We
we've
need to
got a
talk to
problem.
them immediately.
I suggest
sure
that you
these
hit
are
them
rats?
heavily with a cudgel, but
What?
these are no normal creatures, but monsters.
No. They're just red.
Well-
We'll talk to them. But they'll be on their way.
We'll see.
I suggest that you talk to them in armor. And with that, she sort of hands you a rusty, large key and gestures towards the back of the shop, and you'll find the hatch just over there. Please be careful if you're going to engage them in conversation. They look
Yes.
quite
Dexterous-
agitated and violent.
Dexera wants to lean into Belgrin and be like, I would keep that hammer handy. I do not know that these rats will be willing to talk to us. Perhaps some more forceful negotiations will be needed.
They definitely won't be speaking to me, but if, if something
Or
gets
me either.
hostile, yeah. If something gets hostile, don't worry.
You look like
I'll-
one I can count on.
Hugo's pretty good at getting them to talk most of the time, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I'll preemptively cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
It's kind of like greenish magic and like faint illusionary leaves like wrap around me as I cast that. And then I'll head over to the latch.
Please tell me that with the exception of Kimball, you can all see.
I can see.
Yeah, I can see.
Great, okay.
I
and now
can
Kimball
see.
can see too. You couldn't a second ago. I had to give you a new
Oh,
token
there we go.
because you changed your art. And yes, stop, please. No moving forward. So back you go. Back Hugo. I like that. Back Hugo. Back
I only
Hugo.
moved because I thought being this front.
Yes. Okay. So as soon as you enter here, I will take a perception check from anybody who is either proficient or has a passive perception of 12 or more.
Nope.
I am proficient, so I'll go for it.
Guidance. Oh no, I
Oh.
can't because concentration and speak with
So that's
animals.
13.
A 7.
Nothing.
13.
My eyes
Okay.
can't adjust to the dimness down here. fast
With a
enough.
couple of 13s. Oh, did you have a passive perception of 11 or more? 12 or more, sorry, Finn?
No, I just have proficiency.
Oh, you're proficient. Right, okay, fantastic. You're +0 with proficiency.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that for you. Yes, as you look around, you will notice faint signs of droppings. And Hugo, you do hear scratching of a couple of rats. And then one sort of shoots across. It's a regular sized rat, shoots across the middle of the hallway. What are you doing?
I'm just
sorry, the
gonna.
music hasn't changed. Go on.
I'm just gonna shout out. Hello, Mrs. Rat.
Yeah, the rat sort of turns on its heels abruptly, runs towards you, and sits on its right on its back, and like sits up very oddly. And
I'll
you must
crouch
help! You
down.
must help!
What's happened?
Nasty big rats! Scary, not real, monstrosities, corrupted, horrible. Please get rid of them, they're going to ruin us all! They pushed us out, we were so happy.
They're not. They're monsters. They're not real rats.
They were once maybe like us, but I don't know any of them. No, they're not many of my cousins. Nasty little beings, huge, and they try to eat the little ones. They do. They do. We have to hide in the boxes. Hide in the boxes. We do. And she doesn't like that, the mistress.
Can you lead me to them?
No.
I'll try and talk to them.
No. Not going. Not going.
Okay.
I'm not going to be food.
Proficient?
Deeper, further in. We don't cross here now. And the rat will show you like a little line. They don't cross here. They just go in these boxes.
Okay.
And indeed, you will see 7 or 8 rats poking their heads out and looking very anxiously on, desperate for you to assist them by slaying these large rats.
Okay, you hide with your friends and family. I'm gonna talk.
Good at hiding,
to
good at hiding.
Yeah, I'll talk to the other rats.
Not to talk. Meanies.
Well,
They'll
I'll
eat
see
you, they will.
I'll see what we can do.
Oh, you are quite a big rat.
I'm not a rat.
I've been called.
I
rat
could
a few
turn
times.
into a mouse, but I'm not a rat.
Not mice, don't like mice, scared of mice.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah, you stay here. I'll go talk to the big rats.
Good luck.
Okay, what's your name again?
Brian!
Brian. I'm Hugo. Nice to meet you. And I'll hold out my finger for him to shake.
He sniffs it slightly, and then gives it a very gentle bite, and then shakes his head. Don't like it. Tasty funny.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
James, we only see squeaking between the two of them.
So you definitely only see squeaking from the rat. I usually lean into speak with animals as being that the magic of the druid allows the two to converse in their own languages and understand. So that rat is squeaking and Hugo is talking. But I think Hugo is also doing rat-like body language and squeaking in his conversation.
Okay.
Would that suffice, Josh? Does that make sense? Or do you think you're just squeaking?
I like to think that whatever animal I'm talking to, I'm talking how they would talk. So.
Okay, the only problem with this is that a lot of rats speak is body language.
That's fine. I'll interpret it dance.
Okay, so yeah, what you see is Hugo sort of leaning down, pushing his head forwards and backwards, twitching one ear and then the other, and making occasional squeak.
Yeah.
Shaking his backside like he has a tail, but not achieving anything. And occasionally saying things in human common tongue in between, just to make sense of the bits where he can't do them because he doesn't have a tail or whiskers or whatever.
Yeah.
And Brian scuttles off into the box.
Goodbye, Brian.
And you may head a little deeper if you wish.
It's somehow always weird.
Is talking to the animals, this is normal for you?
Cancel and stop.
Yeah, it's very normal. How else would we get help?
Long time. Yeah,
Known him for a while.
Stop there, please, Consider. You see a rat. It is about 1.5 feet tall.
Ooh.
And it sort of looks like it's got like a strange purpleness to its skin. And as it sees you, it sits up on its hind legs and hisses at you.
How big is it?
It's about 1.5 feet in height, so it's sort of sitting up a little bit. It'll be almost 2 feet in length, if you would.
I don't see it on.
I can move it here if that is better.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be like, I'm gonna ready myself in case it tries to come at me, but I'm gonna turn like, Hugo, found your little buddy.
Mr. Rat?
The rat looks at you. Prey has entered. Bring the king!
The king? A king rat?
He calls over. And sure enough, this is going to eventually waddle out from a different place. The king shows up. This
shit!
King is full of disease and awfully bloated, nasty teeth, almost 3 foot in length and 2 foot in height as it stands forward and pray.
I will.
Pray. Come, my pretties. Time for the kill. Ooh, the prey is talking. What does it say?
Yeah, I'll bow, Your Highness. What are you
The
doing
prey has
here?
manners.
What are you doing here, King?
Taking over. And don't we
Why?
Because it is the time of the rat. It is no longer the time of man.
Oh.
I think he's severely overestimating how strong he is.
Well, I think maybe it would be best if you found your kingdom somewhere else.
Perception check from those of you who were allowed to make it before.
17.
And yes,
There's a lot of rats in here, you guys.
you can hear and see different rats moving in closer. And the king looks at you. You have manners, so we'll offer you a chance. This is the time of the rat, not the time of man, but the breeding is not complete. So in the meantime, if you don't want to die, you may leave.
What if I help you find another place to set up your kingdom?
You are not a rat.
Well, no.
You
not
are prey!
Can I place a hand on Hugo's shoulder?
As you do so, you see one of these rats to the right sort of move forward a step and look at you, fix you with a dark glare. These rats look a little like this. They don't have that same diseased bloating, but you have noticed one other rat does look like the king. These are also very big and very shouldered. You would assume so. And I really want to call you Kian. Finn, can I have an Arcana check, please?
Hell yes.
Is anybody else proficient in Arcana, by the way?
Or
I would assume not, but...
no. Nope. I can do a backflip though.
21.
That doesn't help.
Equally useful.
Kimball, as you put your hand on Hugo's shoulder, do you say anything? Or just...
I say, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy, buddy.
I think you're right, Kimball. I think they're more menacing than rats.
Finn, you will swiftly notice that these two odd-looking rats have some sort of dark magic pulsing through them, sort of like purple and red through, running through their skin. Most distinctively, they shouldn't be alive with this magic. Necromantic energy for certain. Somebody has created this with dark experiments. They are not rats, so to speak.
Before combat happens, I'll bow again and say, I'm sorry, my king, but your reign is over.
Your manners will earn you a swift death. Roll initiative.
If you say so.
Sure thing, man.
This may come in handy later. Just to clarify, I can understand the conversation that they were having, yes or no?
Nope, not at all.
I couldn't.
Nope, none of you can understand a
Okay.
word that just happened.
Are the rats small creatures?
Is
These
a
guys
dog
look
a
pretty big.
small creature?
Depends on the dog. Like most dogs, no. Mastiff, yes.
Let me
I
have a look
believe.
for you. Small,
I know I should have brought one.
medium. So the king is medium.
There we go.
But the other undead ones aren't.
These don't look undead, the other ones. They just look really big.
Okay.
They're like mutated.
A little bit, yeah. Like, they're all different. Even the littler ones, which are definitely small beasts, still look like they've been experimented on in some way or other.
But they were like corrupted by dark magic type thing. Okay.
Can you
I have an idea.
understand small beasts? Is that why you were asking?
No, because if I can find a rat corpse, I can make one.
Ah,
Great.
Great.
Oh, great.
well,
Oh,
That's just
of
what the
course.
party needs.
So I'm gonna
Love it, rat.
I'm gonna attempt a really stupid gambit with my low charisma and with
okay.
in initiative.
Oh, okay, great.
One.
Can I have your initiative? I don't seem to
Yes.
have it. I am also missing Belgrun's. Oh no, you rolled a 2. I don't know why it didn't come through. Just Finn's that I'm missing. Finn? Is it coming?
There it is.
Okay.
Gone through now.
There it is.
Fantastic. That should head up the initiative order. Can you guys see that? Chen Tracker, did that come up?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh,
These
wow. Is
creatures.
there music, by the way, or do I
Yeah,
just not?
it
have
is playing. It's playing for everyone, or some people, or no people.
I'm just refreshing now.
Just
to see if
refresh.
It was just me.
It'll come up.
I will refresh.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there's always music on. If it's not working, if you just hit the refresh, it might be because I played too many things.
No worries.
Cool. Kimball, as these creatures come in closer, you see Hugo take a step back as if he's going to ready himself for combat. And you know that the fight is on. What do you do?
I say, sorry about this, Hugo. And with my left hand on his shoulder, I just whip out the right hand and fire with my hand crossbow at the king.
Okay. As that is Odd Rat A, for those of you who have stamps on.
Let's see if I can hit.
It's been doing that a lot recently, the Beyond 20. It didn't roll for you, right?
Nope.
We can't work out what the problem is. You can just D20 it and add yours.
Yep.
Or use a real dice.
It'll be a +6, so 14.
14 hits.
All right. Boom. Nope. I tried to click it. It's going to be a D6 +4.
Mhm.
So 8 damage.
Okay. As your bolt sort of sinks into its. Why would it do that? I have a C and a B, but not an A. And an H and an I. Oh, this is so confusing. As your crossbow bolt sinks into its shoulder, he sort of looks at you, and his eyes glint a darker purple light. You'll die first. You don't understand what he says.
Hugo, what's he saying?
He said you're gonna die first.
Oh, shit. That's my turn.
I love it. Oh shit. Yeah. He is, however, bloodied. Is he? Yes, he is. Bear with me a second. So for those of you who haven't been... Oh, no one's been in combat with me other than Josh and Sophie. That's nice. You will see a red dot on him. He has a red dot, he is below 50% hit points and is bloodied. If he has a red dot with a 2 on it, he is below 25% and is severely wounded. Nevertheless, does that conclude your turn?
Yep.
Okay. The Queen scurries on forwards and rushes at Kenton. And is going to make an attack on you. 14.
A miss.
Okay. Then some other friends. This one is coming for Kimball.
Uh-oh.
That is a 17 to hit.
I think that hits.
You will take 5 pissing damage as this rat gnaws down upon your shoulder.
Ow! Oh, shit! This suddenly just got real.
Yep, Belgren, coming up towards you. This creature rolls a natural 1. Tries to bite you, just clamps down on firm, heavy armor. And his teeth are really hurt. That's what I've got from that. These rats are going to scurry their full movement speed forwards. And none of them get in range to actually attack. They're not quite in their range, but they are in yours, Kimball. That brings us to this guy, who is going to have pack tactics on you twice. Good luck, Kensidon. It's been nice knowing you. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Or a whopping 3 damage.
Ooh, good low.
And a 19 to hit you.
That'll hit.
For a 6 damage.
That will definitely hurt.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I believe you are, by terms, severely wounded. Can I just check at this point, can you all see the red bars above each other's heads?
Yes.
Yes, but no numbers.
Yep.
Just, I mean, you can see numbers above your own head. Everybody else, it will do temp HP as well. It will come up in a green bar, so that you know. So those of you who do have any way of helping anyone else, you will be able to know what each other are doing. I'm thoroughly looking forward to this gambit as Finn. It is your turn.
Okay, so he has no context for what they want. He just knows they look kind of weird and corrupted. Is there any dead rats or vermin nearby him?
Give me a perception check with advantage, as you are quite close.
Okay, thank God for that. Okay, the second one's a 14.
Yep. You find a tail and a ribcage. Don't know if that helps.
It's up to you. The spell doesn't describe what constitutes enough of a corpse.
Can you?
So the
ping
spell is diabolicism.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, so he is going
The
to shout
the
at Hugo.
ribcage, not the tail.
Oi,
So what happens?
oi, Hugo! Tell them I'm their god. Come to create more of my children. And he's gonna cast it and make it an undead creature.
So as you animate it, it grows a little bit of flesh around it. Bear in mind it is a small creature and it begins to scuttle forwards.
And he will shout out to them in... he doesn't know that. Sylvan?
Just a reminder
Bear
that
witness, children, I am returned.
languages are not languages in this campaign, so you might know a little bit of like a few Sylvan words and knowledge about people who speak Sylvan, but you wouldn't
in
actually be
that
fluent.
case.
So it's looking like common.
He is going to attempt to squeak menacingly.
Okay.
Hugo looks at you mortified. What are you doing?
Just play along.
But you just resurrected it.
It saves us from having to kill them.
You just defiled the corpse of an animal.
So?
What do you mean, so?
It's already dead.
That
Not
doesn't
anymore.
mean that you
There's
should
time
put
for this,
magic in it.
Listen, Hugo, I'm one giant rat too injured right now to disagree with whatever Finn's doing.
The king looks over at you and it reanimates our prey. It could be useful. Spare it, kill the rest.
Shit.
and the translator, I'm assuming.
Any bonus action from you, Finn?
I didn't hear that, so
Nope, did not.
So your homebrew rules let an action and a bonus action be used interchangeably, right?
You can't use a bonus action to do an action, but you can do a bonus
Shit.
action as an action. Yes.
Okay, then never mind.
One-way trip.
Yeah. Cool. Jexer, as you see these rats coming closer and closer, and
The
surrounding
very
all of
first thing that happens is Jexera reaches kind of inside. She's wearing a cowl, like a hooded cloak over her whole head, and she reaches into the inside of it and pulls out. It looks like a long strip of cloth, and she drags it across her face that covers up the lower half of her face across her nose, and there's some like cleverly hidden little hooks, little metallic hooks on the inside of the hood, and she latches it and veils herself. And as she does that, she just kind of hisses at Finn. She says, "What are you doing? You're making more of them?" And she's
Sure.
going to kind of she's going to dash forward somewhat heroically, and she's going to like come next to where Kimball has just gotten half of himself chewed off there, and she's going to say, "Get behind me quickly," and she's going to attack the rat that is injured there. Is it Rat E? Oh no, that's Kimball's health. I'll attack the biggest one, Giant Rat C there.
Okay, cool.
Ooh. 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It's just 6 damage because it's one-handed because I have my shield in my other hand.
Okay. The creature is severely wounded, but not dead. As you hit it.
Okay. She like lunges forward and like skewers it and like picks it up for a second. It's like a pike on the end of a fishing spear. It's like wriggling back and forth, and it slides back off the end of the sphere, and she just, you can't see her expression because she's veiled, but like she looks a little amazed that it hasn't died. This is going to be a very delicate situation, everyone. And that's all I can do. I don't have.
Are you attempting to move it?
I will push it 5 feet back away from us.
Okay. It gets a 0 on its strength save, which I'm assuming is less than the DC listed on the weapon, because I can't imagine it is possibly 0 when it's 8 plus.
It's 8 plus it's a total of 11.
Cool. Yeah. So 0 it'll be pushed back.
By technicality, wouldn't Kimball get a
Nope.
reaction?
Nope. The creature's not using its movement speed.
It's forced movement.
It's force movement. Yeah.
Yes. That would be.
So
Unfortunately.
her spear has like little hooks on the side, and she's able to kind of hook it into the body, and she kind of just flicks it and sends it sprawling a few feet away.
And Kenton, as you find yourself a little surrounded, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look at my brother and I'm gonna say, "Hey, man, can you please help me?" As there's like blood gushing out of me from these two
You
rat
don't do healing.
bites, and I'm just gonna take my sword out and I'm just gonna swing as hard as I possibly can at this rat right in front of me.
Okay.
Let's see if mine works. That's a 12 to hit.
Is that it? Which one?
The one right in front of me. This one.
Giant Rat B, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That will deal 15 damage.
Ooh, that is quite a lot. That is a very dead rat.
And I'm gonna kind of put my hand up against my chest, and my shadow will begin to wrap around me. And as my shadow goes back down to the ground, I have healed for 2 health.
Nice! Good roll!
Yikes.
Yeah. You try and get back some of your energy, but you feel a little sapped by these strange rats. And the king is going to advance forwards. And he told you you'd die first, and he attempts to make good on his deal.
Oh no.
So, Kimball, he will go for you.
I shouldn't have pissed off the Rat King.
No, especially as he has advantage to hit you with pack tactics. So that is going to be a 23. I need a Constitution 7 throw, please.
Yeah, that hits. Con save, I can do that.
I'm not sure you can actually, but yes.
I might not be able to.
You can give me a con save before you go down.
3.
Yeah, okay. Yes, you go down, and others will notice that strange little boils sort of festoon all over you instantly. You look a little diseased. It's, also your hit points, max hit point drops by 1.
Oh!
Hugo, what you gonna do?
Yeah, seeing this, I just scream out, Kimball, no! And I will use Healing Word.
Give me a medicine check.
Oh, that's quite good, actually. That is a 17.
With that medicine check, you are quickly able to notice that Kimball cannot be healed while diseased like this. No, you don't heal somebody who's not down. Do your thing, Hugo.
Okay, so I realized that before casting.
Mm-hmm. You can healing word someone else if you want, but you can't healing word Kimball. I don't know if you want to do something completely different. So.
Oh, I don't know if I should save it for when someone's down.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Because we don't really have another way of bringing people up.
I remind you that Belgrin is a paladin. Actually, you might not be able to do anything at level 1, though.
No, I still got access to that.
You get 5 per level, I think.
I don't know. Just to take into consideration, if one guy goes down and can't get back up, then the rest of them probably can't get back up if they go down.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll scream out, Ken, no! I'll use Healing Word as like this green magic swirls around you with those illusionary leaves. Healing you for... Mighty 5.
Better than my...
That's not bad.
That's the minimum.
Okay.
That's my bonus
That's
section.
Can
I use a cantrip for my action still, or is that?
Yeah.
Cool. Then I will Thorn Whip the little rat in front of me. I think that's Rat E.
Yep.
So I'm gonna my staff that I'm holding, the tip of it elongates into a wooden earthen whip as I lash in front of me.
Nice.
That is that's a 22 to hit.
Yep. You pick the rat up and fling it across the room, killing it instantly.
5.
Yes, that's a lot more than 1.
Yes. That's my turn.
Okay. Those 3 little rats are going to approach Kensidon. And they are going to attack you. That's a 9. Oh, sorry, no, it's pack tactics. So it's a 13.
Oh.
No.
Even
3.
the little ones have pack tactics?
Oh, they all have it. 3 and a 6.
Nope.
They need pack tactics, alright? They're struggling down there with their +0. Belgrin! Sorry for your low initiative, but it is your moment to shine!
Come on, Belgrin.
It also is my fault that my initiative is so low.
True.
I did. Yeah.
blame
Sorry,
you.
just to double check the home rule, it was I can use an action as a bonus action?
No. No,
Is it
that
saying,
would
or
be
no, it's
best.
the other
Other way around.
So if you
Action
have,
as an
for
action.
example, Josh just used Healing Word, he would be allowed to spend his action on that if he was desperately in need of... So, for example, drinking a potion is a bonus action in my game, so to do both drinking a potion and Healing Word would be okay, but you may only ever take 1 action.
Is healing word exclusively a bonus action thing usually?
Yeah.
It's a bonus action spell, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why
It's
it's
one of
Okay.
those unusual ones.
Oh, okay.
It's kinda
that
like-
makes sense.
So no, if you have to choose between bashing and handing, and I would choose bashing if I was you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll try and take a swing at Giant Rat D.
Okay.
I think. Let me see though.
You are flanking? No, are you, Jixera? What did you hit something this way, didn't you?
Oh, if I were
You are not, you're not.
If I were to move up one more square, then would that be considered?
No, Jixera's got her back to the creature. Sorry, I'd forgotten who
Okay.
she hit. Yeah, she hit this rat. So no,
I hit
you're just in a
C,
one-on-one.
yep.
Yeah, you're just in a one-on-one.
Okay.
So just give me a straight roll.
That is 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alrighty.
Mace him in the face him.
Let's see, D8 plus 3. Oh, have we determined yet if these are undead or not?
You have, I'm afraid, determined that the odd rats are undead.
The odd rats. Okay.
Yes, but not these ones.
Someone just took me. Oh, is it? No, I guess none of these would be fiends. These are not.
No, it is not a demon. Fun as that
Okay.
would be.
I'm still trying to learn the classifications
That's
for
that's just
fine.
what we need.
In general, I'll let you just hit it, and I'll let you know if it triggers any extra damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. That's 10 points of damage.
That is one very, very crushed rat. It might not be undead, but it sure as hell is dead.
Dead.
It's just dead, exactly.
Jaxera looks over her shoulder and nods approvingly behind the veil. She's like, I knew I could count on you. Now get up here and help with these.
Amazing. Yeah, I will use my movement with my little legs.
Mhm.
So 15. Was that? Yeah. 5, 10, 15. I'll go 20.
Okay,
Back up here. I think that's it.
right. That brings us back to Kimball.
Oh no.
I lay there menacingly.
And make a death save.
Can do that privately, right?
Oh, private,
Please,
yeah.
please. I would prefer that.
We'll message
You
it
do
to
that.
you.
You do that by /GM roll.
I'm just rolling it on Google.
Oh, on Google, I love it. It's a real
Google
dice
controls
system.
my
I was
life
talking
and death.
about. Unfortunately, Josh, your giant D20 is not going to be a thing for death saves. Well, I suppose you can still roll it. You just can't tell us the result.
I've
Oh, a
messaged you
Discord
the
DM,
result.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that's a roll. Okay. That is going to bring us to our giant rat that you pushed away. Oh, this is severely wounded. I forgot to mention that. And it will take a bite at Belgrim. Without pack tactics, because there is no creature next to you. That rat is not in your range, but a 20 might just hit.
Yeah, it does.
You will take 4 piercing damage.
Oh.
Our little tiny rat here is going to scurry on in and go at Kensidon with advantage. That'll hit. A 19.
Yep.
You take a point of piercing damage.
Oh shit! I'm
Then
going
this
down, boys.
creature goes over to Jaxera and is going to go at you with 14 to hit.
She, as it leaps at her, she raises her shield just in time and bashes it in the little scrubby mouth.
Yeah, okay. And that leads us to... Okay. That leads us to this guy here, who is going to go against it. Have I lost a rat? I've forgotten. to
I killed
kill
one.
it. Yes, I forgot.
But
to
yeah,
kill
you
it.
killed. We destroyed one. Then we thorn whipped one to death. I think.
Yeah, no, just a giant rat. I was just looking for it, but it is dead. However, a 23 will hit you with double 19s on the dice. So, Kansanen, you can take another 5 piercing damage. And Finn, what are you doing?
Alright. Moving up. Let's measure.
If you could make less and not more rats, that would be most helpful.
Not really what I do, I'm afraid.
This is not good news.
Kung Fu Kenny's looking rough, right?
Kimball?
No, Kenny.
Oh, yeah, he's just about alive.
Hanging out, having a good time over here. I got 6 fucking rats on me.
Well,
It's like Dishonored.
Kenny, dead or asleep?
I'd rather be sleeping than dead.
I didn't mean you, but okay. Throw some sand at him.
Dead.
What are you doing?
Okay, if he heard dead before the sand had hit him, then he'll switch up, try to catch some of the sand, and then like kind of fumble, spill it out, and shoot 3 magic missiles off in the process.
Okay. Please tell me all 3 targets before doing any damage.
Let's go the 2 wee rats on Kenny and the 1 big rat that's real fucked up.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and give me your d4s. There are 3 small rats on Kenny, but, you know.
Oh, then all
There are
3
4 small rats on
Kenny.
me.
All 3 on
Actually,
him.
4.
Wait, there's 4 on him? No,
There's a lot of rats.
We're going with sleep.
Okay, great.
And if
Love
he
that.
can, he'll angle it so that he gets the 4 rats and the giant rat.
Bear with me a second. Let's have a look at sleep.
It's a 20-foot radius.
And I've
Here.
got a thing for you.
Oh, sick.
Hopefully, it doesn't catch Ken, or else.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I will
what
let
I'm gonna
you-
try to avoid.
I'll let you
can
position it in a
with that,
second. Your name is
Like this, right?
like that.
Finbar.
Finbar Vichwitnel.
Bear
etc.
with me a second. So I find it. Can somebody remove said circle, please? That's going to be very confusing for me in a second.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
fancy
cool.
circle.
Well, can't you like ignore people with sleep? Why wouldn't you just catch it on the entire party?
I don't think you can.
You can.
ignore
No, but it
people.
starts with the lowest health and moves upwards.
It's just hits anyone
Kian, you
that's
can
in
now
there, so
move
you
that.
can go to sleep. Unless you want to go to sleep.
I'm okay.
Can you now move it? Or is it stuck in the
I
wall?
can, yes.
Okay, great. Yep,
Is
absolutely
that him
fine.
in it?
Nah.
No.
Roll me your... can you ping it to
Okay.
VTT and roll it, please? I'm sure I remember exactly how it works. Yep.
5d8.
They all going sleepy.
Roll well though, because some of them have some hit points.
Oh, fuck. Only 22.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, every creature in that is asleep.
Let's go!
No.
I think I have 5 feet left, so now can I run away
I'll
like
put
a
a
big
sleep
coward?
on one target, but not on the others. Where's my zzz? There it is. I'll put sleep on the big rat. All the little rats are asleep too. Cool. Jaxera.
All right. Moving would be bad right now. I'm going to try to protect Kimball and attack this large odd rat.
The king.
that is on top of him.
No, the queen. The queen. No, the king. The
I
king.
wanna-
The king. That is the king. It is the king.
That is the king,
Queen.
yeah.
Yes, the king.
I shot him in the head.
That's a 20 to hit.
Go ahead and give me some damage. Nice.
It's a 7 because I'm using the one-handed damage.
Please describe
7.
his grisly demise.
So Jaxera just like her, she's got like a kind of, her eyes are the only part of her that's visible, but she's kind of like twisted in disgust, and she kind of steps up over the top of the rat and brings the spear like straight down through the head, and you can hear the tang of the metal against the stone underneath, and she just kind of gives it a savage twist and then yanks it out, and then kicks the corpse away.
Nice. And as you slay the king, you see the other rats squeal out. And it is not what you might expect. As Hugo, you hear, "No, my master!" And as the rat dies, it slowly reverts into the shape of a small man with whiskers coming out of his face. Dark purple eyes. If any of you have seen almost like a were-rat, it's a little like that, but this is a rat folk.
He was a
were-rat.
Peter Pettigrew all along.
Sort of. He is a dark wizard, actually. And overall, now that he's dead, he is just a dead rat folk guy. But he is literally a human with whiskers and a pointed nose.
What sorcery is this? I've never seen such things.
Any bonus action from you, sir?
I don't think I have one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gensidon.
So if that was a wizard and that's his wife, the queen, does that mean I'm just gonna
She
take
called out
my-
master, but yes.
I'm gonna take this sword out and I'm just gonna look at the 5 sleeping rats on my left and just go and swing at the queen right next to me.
Okay, go ahead, roll the hit.
Is it 15?
Okay, that hits.
That will deal 10 damage.
That is enough. And as you slay the queen, She does not turn into anything other than a dead big rat.
Well, that was less fun.
Interesting.
So I'm just gonna walk away and just gonna point at Hugo as I walk past him, like, let them come to you. I just need a breather for a second.
Tag team. Tag out.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll conclude my turn.
Hugo.
Yes, I'm gonna lash out at the giant rat C.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 13 to hit.
Okay. A 13 hits.
And that is a powerful one. Piercing.
And that is what you needed.
Yes! It was all
As you
planned.
yank his dead body closer. With them
Very
all
efficient.
now asleep, you may gather round and individually get ready and one by one stab them out. And that will conclude your battle.
I'm gonna check on Kimball and see if I can stabilize Kimball.
You cannot attempt to stabilize Kimball, however, he does not have to roll any more death saves. As these sort of bubbling boils on his face, you will see that he seems to be laboring for breath and unconscious. And you are unable to rouse him.
Jaxera looks up at the others and she goes, I'm so sorry. We may have to kill your friend.
Pilgrim, do you, have anything, maybe?
Yeah, let me try one more thing first, Jaxera, please. Or you kill my friend.
While they're doing
Actually, I
that,
can't move.
She'll step aside.
is your man a wizard, did you say?
Yes, but let's save our friend first.
Yeah.
Carry on,
Yeah.
Belgrin, as you.
I'm going to use Lay on Hands. I think at this point, I'll use 2, so if I can, to use one of them to restore 5 hit points.
I believe that what you need to do is spend all 5 hit points to neutralize the disease affecting him. So at the moment, he is diseased and cannot be healed at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have to cure
But
the
if you can
disease
use
first
the
before
5
we can
points of
heal him.
healing, 5 points of lay on hands to neutral, you can do that alone. I believe so.
I think you can.
5
So you
HP
can
to
spend
every cure
all,
disease
instead of
is
giving
less
him
important.
health, Belgrin, you can
Yeah.
use the 5 instead to get rid of the disease instead of healing him.
Oh, I can use all 5 just to get rid of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
entirely.
Get rid of
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
sorry.
expect-
I thought it was.
It says
Yeah.
expend 5 hit points, but what it actually means is expend 5 points of lay on
Yeah.
hands.
How
To
Lay on
Okay.
Hands works is it's just like you have 5 of it right now, and each single one of those is 1 point of healing.
Oh,
Yeah, not as cool
that
as
makes more sense.
but it
I can
scales
restore-
super well. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
really.
yeah.
Level 20,
Yeah.
suddenly you can tap yourself and heal 100 hit points. It's really good.
Okay. Okay, that makes. Oh.
But yeah, as you lay your hands on, what does you curing a disease look like, Belgrin?
I guess it's sort of the same kind of magic that we saw before when Divine Sense was used, with the sense of like the eyes close really quickly, and then when they open again, there's this like they're completely flushed over and almost like a whitish, bluish, almost like a platinum-y kind of look again. And that light will kind of like travel from the hands like down through the arm to the hands, and will just imbue into Kimball's body.
Nice. And as you do
It's
so, you
really
see these
blessed by the
boils all
gods.
fade away. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You see the boils fade away. But Hugo, I believe it's only you that can now pick Kimball back up.
No,
You've only got 1 spell slot?
No,
That's
yeah, because
okay.
I've only got 2, and I use 1 for Speak with Animals and 1 for
Out.
Healing.
I'm gonna grab Kimball by the shirt and just toss him over my shoulder.
No, it's okay. You can literally between you just stabilize, and eventually Kimball will sort of
He'll wake up.
I'll be on the shoulder for now.
slowly wake up.
Eventually.
Let him get a little bit of a breather
Yeah.
on my
Yeah.
shoulder as we carry him around.
As you look around, you will note that a couple of hides of these giant rats and rats are still in use, are still usable, and you could definitely utilize them for certain things. In fact, the large giant rat's coat could even be used as a cloak Or one of the smaller ones could be used for like to be a pouch or a water skin. So that is that. But on the body of the rat folk gentleman, you will see two things. One is a scroll with a slight burn mark across the middle, and the other one is a pair of panpipes, a set of panpipes. Other than that, he has 3 copper pieces in his grubby little pocket. And that is it.
Jaxera is going to reach down for the panpipes because she actually has a set of her own that she played earlier.
Okay. As you get close to them, there is a slight festering evil feel to them. They're a little.
I'll definitely pull my hand back.
Yeah, they're grubby. They're covered in grime, and they are sort of this dark green, odd color. They do definitely, however, glimmer with an air of magic. Finn, can I assume you're already holding the scroll?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Why is it raining in here? Who made it rain? And how did they make it rain in here? That is not what I'm looking for.
That 3 copper.
Yeah, well, 5 gold for a room. Yeah,
that paid for the donkey.
Finn, this looks like the remnants of once powerful magic. The scroll is burnt out and used, but there is some sort of strange necromancy to it. And the pipes that glow, you will recognize to be a magical item. You may give me an Arcana check to see if you recognize these.
Me?
No.
I was gonna say.
Yes. With a nat 20, you saw these for sale in a shop once. They look quite nice. That's not what I meant to be. These are pipes of the sewers. You can ignore the thing that says you must be proficient with wind instruments to use these pipes. Everyone knows that you can just blow pan pipes and they sound perfect. You just go, and it's fine. But these allow you to attune to them and be friendly to rats and giant rats. Or at least indifferent. You can call forth a swarm of rats. With each expended charge, provided that enough rats are within half a mile of you, called. The rest as written. If either one of you wishes to these, it's not evil magic, it's just he was a bit evil and a bit grubby, and his little myths had been all over them. But whoever wants them is more than welcome to take them. I will, however, encourage you to have that discussion out of session. For the fight, you may each take 20 experience points. And don't forget those 3 copper pieces, they are super important. And we will, with Kimball restored to 1 hit point, we will pick up from here next session. But that is where we are going to end, as you will see Fortuna just nosing down and having a little look and making sure that you're not dead. Go ahead, Finn.
Just one thing I want to get in. Can I, before Fortuna comes down, pick up Cheddar and put him in my bag?
Pick up what?
Cheddar.
Your little undead friend?
Mouse, Cheddar.
Yeah, of course. Are you also skinning the 2 rats for their hides? No, not a you thing. You'd have monster parts, but not rat parts.
Can we turn in the ears counting toward our totals on the board?
No. They are point for a goblin, 2 for an orc, 3 for a etc. These do not count. But you can tell them
trust me.
No, but if anybody's a leather worker, they can make a cloak or pouch if they so desire. In the meantime, we will come to a timeless tradition of MVPs. I'm going to leave the 2 newer players till last so that you can get an idea of what the fuck I'm on about. This is a most valuable moment, highlight, etc. It doesn't have to be a person. In fact, it probably shouldn't be a person, but should be a little thing that you either found funny, enjoyable, pleasing, whatever. And I believe I started with Oscar last time, so I'll start with Josh today.
Man, I did have one that I've just totally forgotten. Oh, fuck.
I can come back to you in a second. You want?
Yeah, can you?
Kian?
Oh, for me, it had to be, get a big swing with the great sword, cleave, summon the shadow, all dramatic, heal 1.
Yes, Oscar, I must remind you about the cleave attack in our homebrew rules, because that would have probably quite helped you a lot. But I'll remind you after session. Bumpkin.
I think it was a really great moment of when we were interacting with that kobold, of just like, none of us have any sort of, or at least I haven't heard of any sort of like musical inclinations from any of us, but all, like, the majority of us are just like, yeah, we're just pick up a random instrument right now and play in front of an entire tavern of people who don't know who the hell we are. And we managed to do fairly decent.
Yeah, no, you did really well, actually. Also, Oscar, I've just realised that cleave isn't in this game. It's in a different one. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. I will come now to you. Oscar, your MVP.
I always think it's a classic moment when something you like describing something so cool, and that would be me with mine, but counterpoint Josh with the exact opposite, where you roll the 1 and it's clean, it's epic, and you get the kill.
Yeah, the exact one that was needed. Josh.
I've not remembered what it was, so I'll go for a different one instead. I really liked how Jexera was described in combat, like with the covering of her face and just how she moved and everything. I just really liked that imagery of her. Yeah.
Fan of the visuals. Well, I'll come then to Nathan for your MVP.
I think my favorite was Finn's botched attempt to become the next rat ruler of the entire city. Trying to resurrect the rat and then showing them to be one of them, I thought was a really brilliant attempt at taking control of the situation.
Yeah, it was definitely that. It was an attempt, but it was a good attempt. But I need to call you Grimble. Miller, your MVP.
I really liked when Belgren not only described, I think, a very cool way of saving Kimball from a deadly poison, but also being saved from a deadly poison. And I thought it was described very well.
I honestly did it, and then I suddenly sat there and I thought, do they have any way of dealing with this?
It was the only way I was going
NPC
to
could have
live.
saved you. Yes, exactly, but it was very amusing. I had a few little points. I really liked when Jexera said, I'm looking for an adventuring party, and I think it got missed, but Kian turned around and went, I'll be sure to ask around. Yeah. Which was great. Gave me a proper chuckle. I love that Hugo was so determined to speak to the rats that I had to put a rat in, but asked him to kill the other rats. These are deadly creatures. And I loved Jexera's line to Kian in combat saying, could you try making less of them, not more of them? Some D4s were handed out for these things. Some inspiration-y cards for various good moments. That is where we're going to end. I hope you guys had fun. It's certainly nice to have some new people on board, but if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We shall
Fare
see
you well,
soon.
adventurers.